The best thing at the Cape is watching a night launch. Man, is that impressive.
Yeah. This one was a launch in Titusville.
The best thing at the Cape is watching night launch.
Switch feed.
Man, is that impressive.
Yeah. This one was a launch in Titusville.
Somebody's actually listening to the feed right now. It's doubling in.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm done with it.
I don't know, Palmer. I thought the best thing about watching at the Cape was when we went to the condo and you had binoculars sitting beside the chair.
Oh, yeah. Terrible thing.
Yep. I was very
I
proud.
forgot about that, Don.
Walk in, sit down at the beach like, hey, binoculars. Bikinis.
Terrible thing.
Still one of my favorite trips.
That was a great trip.
Except for the tornado.
Yeah, that's tended to suck.
I really think that the Jerry Goldsmith 13th Warrior album is probably my favorite soundtrack ever made.
Blasphemy! Thousand Poldaris.
I love that. Yeah, I do love the Conan the Barbarian album, but for me, I would say it's 13th Warrior. That's probably the movie I watched the most when I was growing up. It's a classic D&D adventure.
It's a good soundtrack.
All right, I got to say, actually, I think one of the greatest stories that would be turned into a D&D adventure would be The Last of the Mohicans. Somebody actually wrote a complete article about why they thought so. I read it. I was like, oh, my God, they're so right. It would be...
Well, it's a classic adventure story. I mean,
it's a classic movie to begin at all.
I haven't seen that movie for 25 years, I think.
Will eat the heart of gray hair.
Right. That's like the best line.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are back in the tunnels. All right. Let me move you there.
say I have total darkness.
Okay, can you guys hang on a second, please? I'll be right back.
Sure.
All right. What was that guy's name? Magua? The bad guy?
Yeah. Oh, which speaking of, Wes Studi is going to be in Iowa here coming up soon. I just saw that today.
So did you watch all of Altered Carbon yet?
Yep.
Binge the whole thing. That is so good.
No, I finished it last night.
I'm only on episode 5.
Oh, it's a good show.
Boobies. That's all you got to know.
Nice.
No, they actually stick, like, even the opening of the opening scenes, like, right out of the book. But they do depart from the book, but don't care. I'm not one of those purists. It's like, oh my God, they deviate.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get started. If everybody's ready. So you guys just defeated really the remains of 2 orcs and 2 piles of nasty goo that kind of exploded all over the room. So we're going to. You guys are in fairly bad shape after that fight. Well, some of you anyway.
I was going to say, I should still be down to 1 hit point if I'm not mistaken.
You are currently, but that's okay. You guys are going to get an opportunity to do a long rest. The smoke.
We need to search.
The smoke, or really the spray of blood and other nasty things clear. Covielas steps gingerly into the room over some of the nastiness. You see, he kind of wrinkles up his snout as he looks it over. You lot don't do anything without a mess, do you?
Well, you didn't let us sneak up on him at all.
I say from the back, you should keep that in mind.
He kind of. Hang on a second, guys.
Drama.
Somebody's gonna get it.
Somebody's getting a whooping.
Grab the sword from the wall.
Don't go in unarmed.
Yeah. Grab that sword. Wow, Tony's lost some weight. and gotten younger. Holy smokes!
And gained some hair.
Yeah. All right, so
We got to watch Corvellis so he doesn't snitch any stuff that's left here.
Hi guys. Hey.
Yo.
So you guys play Fortnite? Oh, okay. I should pause it. Hold on.
yep, maybe better keep that muted.
I don't trust this guy in the room.
Which one?
That's all good. Tony's my stepdad, you know?
Corvellis. He wandered into the room after the fight's over.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
I
Tony's
was like-
back. Tony's back. I'll let him take over, all right? I was talking to your friends.
Oh, okay.
And he gave us all kinds of gold.
Yeah.
100,000 gold pieces. My gosh.
100,000?
Yeah.
I retire, level 3.
All right. Well, as a matter of fact, in the room, as you guys are checking it out, there's like a large stone idol that's been kind of carved into one wall. Anybody have religion?
Good question.
No.
I do
No.
not.
Smash
Perhaps
pretty.
Thorn.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah,
know.
no, hold on.
We don't have a single cleric.
We're switching.
Palmer's our only healer.
No. But you have a really smart guy.
Proficient in
So.
religion.
Oh, yeah. And you have a bard who's basically kind of the historian of the group. Yeah. So you've got a couple people that.
Joe and I went to the exact same class on religion, apparently.
Evidently, yeah. So you're fairly certain that this is a kind of a crude depiction of an orcish goddess or god named Urtrus, kind of affiliated with the diseased, the poisoned, the disenfranchised. Just generally not. I mean, definitely not on par with. Grumsh in the Orcish pantheon, but often associated with also life and death.
First
Kind of like
smash.
stepping out of the game for a moment, you might think of Urtrus as like Ganesh in Hindu religion. If you're dealing with strife or suffering, this is the deity that you sometimes pray to. There's also a coffer box, a rather well-loaded one, but unfortunately, as you dig through it, the majority of the coin is copper. You figure out in short order, there's right around 2,500 copper pieces, 700 silver pieces, and 50 gold. Otherwise, you have two intact sets of chainmail and one great axe. I need like some kind of a thing under the door.
You got plenty of D&D books back there. Just scream out there, shut the fuck up!
Grab the sword, walk out.
Take the sword with you.
I better lock on the door. Every so often. Wow. Okay. So, there's really nothing that you can get from the ones that exploded. Nothing of value. Nothing that you really want to pick through. It's all covered in ichor, nasty, and you're kind of suspecting that there might be plague.
That doesn't bother me. I can pick through it.
Anything special about the great axe?
Oh, one other thing. At the foot of the idol, there's also a small bone tube, like a scroll case.
Okay, is it open?
Yeah, you can open it pretty quickly.
Okay, take a look at it. See what's in it.
When you see it, Iona, there's a lot of writing on the scroll. It's not easily intelligible.
All right, I hand it to Flash.
Take a look.
I'm like, oh, it's a scroll. Here.
Reading. Here.
Yeah, it's actually a a spell written on the scroll. Hold person.
Oh, I've heard of this spell. I can't cast it at the moment, but
Let me sleep on it.
maybe, yeah. Give me a few.
Be useful for a sacrifice.
Joe, does the bard only get so many? I'm trying to remember because I haven't looked recently. Does the bard only get so many spells? Are they like more like a sorcerer, where they only get a couple spells and?
I think it's more of like it's like a nice happy middle between sorcerer and wizard.
But are they?
I get. I don't think he gets as. No, I think it's pretty relatively similar to a wizard.
I guess I could just look at some point in time. All right.
Is it yours? You're all about spells known, right? Or not known, but spell slots per day, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can have any number of spells I want. It's just that I can only cast so many a day.
So does any of our spell slingers have detect magic?
Yes. Flash does.
Do I?
I thought you did.
I don't have.
Yeah,
Hope
sorry,
so.
hold on.
Somebody needs it.
Yeah, let me look. Yes, I do. It's a ritual
Flash.
spell.
Tony, did you get that torch built in somewhere?
There's one out in the hallway here that somebody dropped.
Yeah, I can't see it.
There, I'll just drop it in there, right there.
That'd be great.
Then cast it as a ritual.
Yeah, Iona, you go around the corner and it ends. Like it never got finished. This particular tunnel, or
Okay.
it was collapsed. One of the two. So, yeah. So you guys pick through all of it. You see Koviel continues to kind of wrinkle up his nose as you pick through it, tinker. Eventually, you think you've kind of covered everything and inventoried all of the coin. So, and it's in a small chest. I mean, you're talking about probably 2,500 copper. That's kind of curious here myself how much that weighs. It's usually about 50 pounds or 50 coins to a pound. So you're looking at about a 65-pound chest of coins. Seems like an awful lot of weight for the limited value.
I can carry it.
That's true.
Okay, well, so Koviel looks at the group of you and he says, "So, do we have an accord? I've kept up my part of the bargain." He goes, he looks particularly over at you, Rajic, and he says, "You don't look so good. Perhaps the group of you should bed down for a rest before you go." He goes, "That'll give us a little more time to assess the situation."
Good plan.
I'm okay with that.
Just not in here.
I'm gonna come over and
Yeah.
He looks around and he goes, "Yeah, I'll get some underlings to clean this up. It might take a few weeks. Better yet, maybe we should just collapse this tunnel."
I'd
That'd
go
be
with
a good one.
collapse. Just build around it.
take a leak on the idol.
Oh, I'm going to smash the idol before I leave.
Okay.
Okay, so what was it that was? Sorry, I just finished setting up some stuff. What was it you need me to do detect magic on? What did we find?
Just to
something?
check the axe.
Oh,
Axe
yeah.
and the chainmail, just to be sure.
Sure. Yeah, it'll only take 10 minutes. I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. You check them out. There's nothing magical about them. Just two suits of. I mean,
How about that necklace that he found? Because we hadn't done that yet.
also not magical.
We found that. Okay.
Okay.
So it's only a 200 gold piece necklace set. All right.
Okay.
I do walk over to the spot where Gwillem passed. I shed a tear. Gwillem, you gave your life for us. But you'll be back here shortly.
you can still kind of speak to him, in the ether, and you hear only in your head. Nobody else does, of course. Just a snarky. There'd better be pie. It really hurt. Okay, yeah. So you guys move out of that chamber, but we're not going to bother with it. You guys move out of that chamber into another kind of cozier chamber. Covielis tells all the kobolds to get the hell out of there. And they even move. There may have been a small nest there just because of the general warmth of the place. I mean, most of these tunnels underground are kind of damp and chilly, but they have a few of them where they nest that tend to be dry and warm. And they move everything out of one smaller area, just big enough for the group of you. And you can bed down there for the night. Covielis is the last to leave, and he says, I'll come personally for you in 8 to 10 hours. And he says, and I'll be sending with you a guide. He says, by the way, he also says, it's your choice on when you want to do this, but he says in roughly 8 hours, it will be the early morning hours, pre-dawn.
And how long is it going to take to get to the camp?
Oh, not long. He says maybe 30 minutes by tunnel.
So we'd still have time to make our move in the dark?
He says, well, yes. He goes, but I understand orcs can see in the dark.
Oh, good point.
I don't see in the dark so well myself.
Yeah, neither do I. But there'd be different dark than dark down here.
Well, right. He says, so you decide when you want to attack, or when you want to infiltrate, but goes that's the general timing.
That'll be fine.
Will the sun be at our face or at our back?
He says, well, what should be happening is, so he hunkers down in your little warren there, and he pulls out his sword, and he just kind of, or a dagger, and he just digs in the dirt to draw kind of a very crude map. And he says, here's Redspan. He says, we're going to have you tunnel out east of the city, beyond the pickets of the orcs. Okay, so once you get out there, he says you should be behind the force of all the orcs. He goes, I would imagine that most of their heaviest guard is going to be aimed toward the city. He goes, so our plan is to come up to the back. He goes, there's probably going to be a very small rear guard, very light duty, I imagine. And then he goes, the sun would be kind of coming up facing you if you are heading into the orc camp. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Flash, what did you take for your second level spell?
Let's see. I get 2 actually, and I took.
by the way, do you have any other questions before Covielis, before he leaves? You're not sure that you'll be able to easily find him again in these tunnels.
No.
Is he going to leave a guide at the entrance so when we come back in, we have somebody that knows how to get back to their warren?
He says, we're going to send a guide with you. He goes, there will also be a small group waiting at the entrance to try to keep it clear and to signal if anybody spots the entrance.
Well, I hope they don't collapse it on us or before we get there.
No, because we'll have his bride and his eggs.
That's true.
I'm very certain that he'll want us back in.
Just a moment here. Okay, so if you haven't leveled, is everybody leveled?
Yep.
I'm selecting my spell, and then that should be the end of this.
Let's see here. So I took Mind Spike for sure because it's just an awesome divination spell. I'm torn on whether or not to take invisibility or not because it lasts for a long time if you wanted to. Figured it'd be handy with a rogue.
As long as you don't do anything. You still
True.
can't stab anybody or
True.
anything.
You know what? You're right. I'm not taking it. I'll take it later.
Greater invisibility is the one where you can actually stay invisible.
Remind me, we went into that little chamber to kill those orcs because they had something? Was that right?
Because they were the ones poisoning the well. They were washing the two sick ones
Yeah.
and then putting that in the wells.
That's right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
So we have mission achieved for not only us, but Halloran. We found Halloran and we completed Halloran's quest.
Yeah.
Now we're on a quest of our own, doing some dumb shit.
No, that was also for Covey Ellis, let's be honest. Us getting rid of these orcs was also for him.
He won't lament their passing.
Right.
No,
exactly.
but the that's what Halloran was down here to find out.
Yeah.
What the source was, and we've got that.
Not only what it is, but taking care of it.
Yep.
Okay, so what did you take for your spell, Joe?
I'm still looking right now.
I took Fireball.
Sure, you
I have that 4 times a day.
Nice. Okay, so you guys bed down. Do you set a camp in the night? Or do you set a watch or anything in the night?
Of course we do.
Okay.
I would like to say I would offer for that, but I need to sleep.
Yeah, I don't think you could if you wanted to. You're exhausted and sore and tired and bloody.
Yep.
The Ranger and I split it.
Okay. Yeah,
As far as I know, you're pretty much unharmed, aren't you, Scotty?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so the Ranger and I split it. We take one for the team. 4 and 4.
Okay. So the group of you are tired and battered and exhausted. You really have pushed yourself harder than you have ever pushed yourself before. Scotty, you don't sleep long, right? You get shaken awake. It just feels like you just fell asleep. But in those moments before you wake up, you have this weird vision. You haven't seen that dog. In probably, how old is your character at this point?
It's about 21.
Yeah, you haven't seen that dog in nearly 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember in the dream going through some of those same escapades out into the wilderness around your father's lands, smoke, and but it's not just a dream. It's like when you wake up, you half expect to feel the warmth of the dog next to you, because oftentimes you just curl up next to her in the kennels at night. So you're a little disappointed when you wake up and she's not there. But at the same time, you kind of remember a ritual that was it Reginald?
Mm-hmm.
you kind of remember a ritual that Reginald had described. And he told you you weren't ready to do it yet, but you watched him do it a couple of times. He had an eagle that he would summon, and you even remember that some goblins shot the eagle and killed it, and he was able to bring it back again. And he said when the time was right, you'd know it. You would know how. You watched the ritual. You just know that like you need a few herbs and things that you could collect to be able to summon it. And part of you thinks, maybe I can actually get the spirit of smoke back.
Do I have the components that we would need anywhere nearby, or is that something we'll have to track down?
You think you're going to probably need to spend a little time tracking them down. You're not going to have them immediately available, but yes. You think that if you could get outside the walls for even an hour, you could easily do so.
Okay.
Even if you separated from your friends, assuming they get the things that they need, you might be able to get the things, if they can get the queen and the eggs, you might be able to separate and go get them. The other option would be to find an herbalist inside the city.
Okay.
So, also, Tinker, you didn't get hurt too bad, but you lay down. You end up sleeping deeply for the entire night. Unfortunately, your entire night's sleep is just filled with nightmares. You relive moments from when you first walked over a ridge and saw the source of all the smoke, which was Calbit in flames. You relive the pain of not knowing where your family is. You relive the exhaustion of being rear guard. And all of the Orcish raiders, harrying the refugee lines on the way to High Hadley, on the way from High Hadley to Nevon Nevnend, and then again on the way on the long road down to Redspan. And finally, when you wake up, or just before you wake up, I should say, you kind of move back to a time before Calbit burned. And in the distance, it's like one of the moments when you were just a young tinker, and you came home, and it was, maybe you'd been gone only a few weeks, right? Just to some small hamlets and villages around the area, but you came home, and you remember seeing your family's home, which was right on the. It wasn't inside the walls of Calbit; they were on the outside of the walls. But you remember seeing your brother, who was probably only 10 at the time. This is a few years ago. Your 10-year-old brother, helping your father just do chores around the house, and you remember seeing his look of happiness, spotting you, coming with your dad's wagon, and him running toward you, and then riding the rest of the way back to Calbit, on your wagon. And just talking everything you've seen.
That's a good memory.
It is. It is a good memory, and it it's like the only solace that you really get as you wake up out of an otherwise fitful night of sleep. Somebody rolling dice here. What's going on?
Yeah, those are my portent dice.
Ooh, darn! Nice ones.
Those are good rolls.
So, I think really, I don't think anybody else has any particular dreams that night. Rajic, you dream of nothing. In fact, you probably would have slept longer than 8 hours, but there's enough commotion nearby that you wake up. Not too long after that, you hear some movement in one of the tunnels, and you see Covielis appear again. Yeah. Oh, it's It's time for the weekly.
I can't move her from last week. I'm sorry, guys. I just
That is good.
that's
Yeah.
last week, or I just can't. Sorry.
Well, are there any good ones since then?
Oh, no.
Of course not.
All right, hold on. Fine. Here you go. Here's Tuesday night. Samantha Hoops looks like.
Mm.
Those are some nice hoops. All right. Yeah. So Kobe Ellis enters the chamber, kind of stands up into the chamber. So he goes, "You look rested, fed. Are you ready?"
I did want to do one thing. I spend my last hour because I don't really need to rest. I'm full up pretty much all around, so I spend my last hour to resummon Gwillem, but this time as an owl. Since we're going to be above ground, I think some recon would be great. So.
All right.
Is Halloran back in his hit points?
Oh yeah, everybody's back to full after a long rest. So you're back to full hit points, and not only that, but now here's the thing: if you used, let's say, one hit dice only, and you had one left, when you level to 3, you gain that additional hit dice. But let's say you used them all, you'd only recover one out of the 2 that you had, plus the 1 for gaining 3rd level. Does that make sense? So if you've used everything, at the end of a long rest, you will have 2 hit dice available to you if you only used 1. Makes sense.
I'm good.
Yeah. How many did you have, Rajic?
I had 2 and I used 1, so I have 3 now.
You're back to full.
Yep. What, you don't trust me?
No.
I wouldn't.
No.
Just check.
No, don't trust you.
I wouldn't.
I know I shouldn't.
Good call.
I'm going to take Shatter as my 2nd level spell.
Okay.
So, Tony, like I have a maximum of 6 spells that I can know, and it was 5. Like, is there a way can I ever, take time and like get rid of a 1st level spell and then take another 2nd level spell because I have 2 spell slots? Like, how does that work?
I think it's described in the Bard.
Yeah, I think it talks about it.
Yeah, it's in there. Like I think at like when you level, I think you can start trading spells.
Yeah. Additionally, when you gain a level, you can choose one bard spell you know and replace it with another spell. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So you can totally do that.
Oh, I'm not going to do that now, but I might respec later. Oh, you can only do one of the bard spell. Okay.
Coviella steps aside and he reaches into the tunnel and he pulls forward a kobold. He's got him kind of by the scruff of the neck a bit, and he kind of hauls him into the room. And he looks around the room, resting longest on you, Iona, and he says, "This is Jack Knack. He's going to take you to the top. He'll also stay with you until you return."
I just shake my head.
Put Gwillem on my shoulder. Glad you're back, buddy.
I'll peck your eyes out.
You're right.
Yeah.
The very first thing. What was the widow's name?
Oh crap! I have to go look at the story.
As soon as,
It was the Widow Winship.
as soon as he appears, he says, "This is when we get out of this. You're leaving me at the widow's house for a whole day. She's nicer than you." So So anyway, after he introduces Jack Knack, he says, "All right, the lot of you ready?"
I do reintroduce Gwillem to everybody. I'm like, this is Gwillem, the weasel from earlier. He's just now an owl instead. So I say, just since it sounds like we'll be above ground, thought that maybe we could use some recon from aerial recon. So
Kind of
Sounds like a
owl is
great
he?
plan.
yep.
Kind of owl is Willem?
Uh, you would have.
Hard, snow,
I can't
Great
remember.
horn?
I can't remember if I picked
What-
or not.
What
It is
color's
the
his eyes?
generic.
No, he's a horn. No, he's a horned owl. I picked.
horned
Great.
owl.
Great horned owl.
Yeah, great horned owl. That's what-
He's big. He's a big one.
Yeah.
Is he
No, he's
right winged
he's
or
a
left winged?
Horned owl.
Right wing or left wing.
Has anybody ever made the comment that Tinker totally looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi?
What?
Like a young Obi-Wan. Your character's Ewan McGregor.
No.
All right. Okay, so you follow Kobe Ellis as he works his way through the Warren. Still at some points you literally are like, oh God, not again, and you have to get down and most of you are on hands and knees, but Rajic, as big as he is, literally has to army crawl to get through some of the smallest areas. Of course, it also looks like so does Kobe Ellis. But Kobe Ellis seems to handle a bit differently. His hands are tipped in claws as well as his feet, which are bare, and he just scrabbles through it and doesn't seem to lose speed at all doing so.
I think maybe you could open this up by the time we get back. A little free walking would be nice.
As you guys kind of get into the next chamber and you say that, Kobe Ellis looks at you. He goes, "Why do you care?" He goes, "You're only going to come back through once." He goes, "We won't speak again after that."
I'm fine with that.
So you guys spend like he said, probably 30 minutes or maybe even longer. It feels like forever in these close quarters. Eventually, you get your way past what must have been the last open area, which seemed like it was another one of those mushroom farms, and then it just goes into a generally speaking long tunnel, only changing course slightly when maybe you can see that there's solid rock and they kind of have to go up and around something, right? But most of the rest of this chamber, it looks like they've built specifically to allow for you guys, and you're able to, everybody except Rajic, able to almost stand to your full height. You kind of have to crouch, but not by much, And eventually, as you get closer to the surface, you can tell it must be closer. The smell of the earth changes, and then there's some roots hanging overhead. And then eventually, Iona, I assume, are you kind of in the lead of the group?
Sure.
You think you can hear the sounds of industry outside of sorts, and harsh voices.
What are we, right under the camp?
By the way, at this point, Kobe Ellis has left you, and you have the one kobold, and then let's see who's taking up the rear. Probably Cormac. It seems like what you typically do. There are a couple of kobolds that you're able to see, as they kind of, they're a little shorter than you. And you can see a couple of kobolds in the tunnel behind you, but they keep probably 10 to 15 feet of distance behind you, being the rear guard for the group. The kobold is kind of up with you in the tunnel because he can nearly occupy the same space as you, Iona. And he's like,
Okay, well, if that's the case, then Flash would be right behind me.
Okay, Rin, you...
He wants to know why you smell so bad.
Specifically, he said, "Is somebody crop dusting?" No, he actually says, "Arc camp ahead. We're just behind it."
I relay those exact words.
How big is this damn camp? Should have asked that question.
Lots of orcs.
All right, let's get to the opening.
Okay. Well, you don't see in the dark terribly well, do you, Iona?
No.
Are you the first one to the opening?
Actually, I can still send the Gwillem for that. I mean, he'll be on the ground, but he can see really well as an
Okay.
owl.
Yeah, you get close enough to the entrance, do you just kind of launch him out of it?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's still dark, by the way.
Oh, good.
Just toss him.
Yeah.
Okay, so and are you taking control of his senses, or are you just like letting him talk to you?
I'm gonna let him talk to me first.
Remind me again. Does he actually communicate like telepathically?
Yep, he does.
Okay. He goes, "Okay, I'm up." He goes, "Oh, okay." He goes, "Heavy picket lines, a couple of breaks and ways through. Although there are orcs guarding the pickets, and then there's also a tower." He goes, "It's about 20 feet high, and it's got pickets all around it. There's 2 orcs in the tower." He goes, "I'm seeing as guards out here, although they look pretty sleepy." He goes, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, covering this quarter mile of rear pickets.
Okay. I have him. All right. I sit down and I tell
Yeah.
I'm gonna take over so I can see exactly what he's talking about.
Okay. All right. So you do see basically what he described. There is there's an enormous camp of orcs. Where you have popped, or where the tunnel kind of opens up into the opening, is on the east side of kind of like a hill, and and it's kind of in the lee of this little hill, so that nobody'd notice it. But as he came up and out of it, there's a you'd say 15 to 20 foot tall tower overlooking the entire area, and then there are these long picket lines just made from cross timbers that form kind of a visual obstruction, not to Gwillem, of course, but to anybody on the ground. And then most of them only have 1 or 2 orcs guarding what appears to be a couple of places where you could move through the line, but not easy enough for, like, let's say a wagon to go through, just enough for like maybe some people to slip through the line. As in Gwillem's body, you kind of soar. By the way, you can't help it. You always love taking him for a ride when he's flying. It's an amazing experience. As you soar up over the camp, you notice that there are very few actual watchfires. But it kind of makes sense because orcs don't need fire to see in the dark.
Yeah.
Really, they probably just use it primarily for cooking or to, scare humans. You only see a handful of, like fire pits, and 2 of them are clustered around a tent that is, by and large, much larger than any other tent. And you think that must be the commander's tent. This side, meaning, from the commander's tent closer to you, but on the back side of it, are 3 what they look different from any of the other smaller tents. You think they're cages, but they're covered like in tarps.
Wonder what's in those.
Further south from the commander's tent and to the north are just tons of orcish tents.
Check out the
And
cage.
as Gwillem goes a little higher, he can see beyond that what looks like large siege equipment being constructed, primarily like ballistas and arbalests. They're not finished yet.
Well, that's good at least. We could totally do some sabotage while we're here.
Remember the mission.
Yeah, keep the city safe.
So, have him check out the cages.
All right.
Okay. There's, arranged, north, medium, and then further south, pretty much in a vertical line, there are 3 cages. like I said, they're also covered in tarps. What do you want to do?
All the way? Does the tarp go all the way to the ground?
No. I mean, there are definitely some spots like where you could sneak down and take a peek in.
Yeah, I was thinking have him drop down by one of them that's got maybe the tarp not pulled all the way down and take a peek in.
All three probably have the ability to really look into them.
I'm like, you just be careful, dude. Don't get too close.
You took control of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I would still say that anyways. He's my buddy.
Okay. So which one do you head down to?
Let's do the far right one.
Well, it's north to south.
Yeah, north one. Sorry.
Top, medium, or bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
The north one. Okay. All right. So make a stealth check for Gwillem.
Yeah, about that. Let's see here. Owl.
I'll say owls are virtually unhearable when they fly.
Yeah. Hold on.
Ask any weasel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ask any mouse. You can't ask us. The ones who might have spotted one are now gone.
Hey, look at that!
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah,
He is unheard.
he silently drops down between one of the northmost cage and the captain's tent. What you think must be the captain's large tent. He just drops right down there, folds his wings, and then kind of moves over across the ground. It's all been beaten down by orcish feet, you think, and so he doesn't have to contend with any large grass, trying to work his way through it. What's his? Does he get advantage on perception tests? I don't remember.
Yes, he does.
Well, I would think so.
Hold on. I just closed this worksheet too. Hold on.
Make a perception test with advantage then.
Yeah, he has a pretty good passive. He gets a plus to his perception, and yeah, he has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing and sight.
What I read is that a passive, if he gets advantage, that equates to a +5 to his passive. So what does that put his passive at?
18.
Okay. Yeah. He looks in the northmost cage.
Wow. He's rolling awesome.
It looks empty. However, as he's looking there, his superior vision happens to notice an arm a very small arm that's kind of like scrabbling along the ground at the southernmost cage.
Like the arm, like just a severed arm that's like,
like peeking out from the cage, like maybe it's trying to grab it.
Okay.
You immediately recognize it as Kobold.
There's a kobold in the cage.
Yeah, like it's reached its arm out, trying to maybe grab at something nearby.
Oh, don't let him grab the owl.
Yeah.
Don't let it get the owl.
Tasty.
That's right.
You'll pay for this.
Still take control of his senses when you get eaten.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, Gwillem. I left the character sheet open. Hold on, sorry.
Yeah. So you go over and check it out.
Yeah, but don't get too close there.
Yeah, you find an open spot. Sure enough, you're able to distinguish what is very clearly a kobold inside of that 10-foot cage.
Huh.
Has it got boobies?
Well, yeah, I try to see if maybe it's female, and that's why it's locked up.
Don, I'm surprised at you, man. You let me get ahead of you on that one.
Roll a nature check.
I don't check those out on Kobold, sorry.
It's a reptile. They don't have
it's like
that.
trying to figure out the sex on a cat, man. It's like, how would I know? You got to get really close to it. You got to flip the thing over.
Let's see here. Do I have nature? I do. Ha! Oh no, it's a hermaphrodite.
I'll go multiply.
With that roll.
Actually, you really can't tell. However, there is something about this kobold that has some sort of like
Damn,
an animal magnet.
she's fat. Holy shit, she's fat.
She actually has kind of a magnetism to her, and you don't feel it so much in a pheromone sort of way because the owl wouldn't really feel that.
And you.
But you definitely can tell that there is something about this kobold that sets it apart.
Okay.
Mascara.
She's got long lashes.
That's right.
Okay.
It's the female gremlin.
Oh my God.
I should have had that. Great
That'd
picture.
be a great picture. Yeah, I can't tell if it's female or not.
So what's in the other cages?
Yeah, I take it. So it looked like there was nothing in the north one. And that was the
Yeah.
south one. So take a peek in the middle one.
The middle one has an orc in it, not moving,
Uh-oh.
but you sense that it is alive.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's. Oh, so does the big tent that we're right next? It's these three are right next to the big tent, right?
Yeah, you hear voices from inside the tent.
Oh, hey, we listen. We're good at that for sure.
Yeah. What languages do you speak?
Not Orcish.
This is true. I do not speak Orcish. I speak a lot, but not Orcish.
Okay, you listen, and it's kind of like watching Telemundo. George Bush. You just Red Span.
They've got George Bush. I tell the other rest of the group. We're in trouble.
What about the kobold bush?
All right. I can't understand what they're saying, and yeah.
Can you peek in it anyway?
Yeah, I attempt to see if there's.
Is there smoke, like a smoke outlet at the top of the tent?
No. There is a flap on the front of the tent. Standing there is an orc.
Yeah, no. We're not going that direction.
Otherwise, there are just the the guidelines or whatever coming off from the tent that kind of peg it to the ground. You'd be at disadvantage on the stealth check, but you could potentially try to work your way under. At this point, you kind of are like, God, I really should have taken the. I really should have. Yeah, actually, he says to you, should have left me a weasel.
Well, you gave us pretty important information, though. As a weasel, he wouldn't have been able to see all the things he could see now, so or
Very
did
true.
see. So at least this is something we can at least report back to the city on when we get back. So assuming we make it back. So
yep.
Like now we have like an account of the number, or a rough idea of how many of them there are, right?
So between us and that cage, how many orcs are there?
Okay, so that's an interesting question.
All of them.
Entire between there. No. So what Gwillem was able to show you is 2 in the tower, which has really good visibility, but Gwillem, I mean, they didn't even notice Gwillem going, winging out to there, right? Weren't even looking at that. When you looked at where the tower was placed, the rear pickets were set up, and it was just open field. I mean, there was some trees. They cut them all down. Like they were just looking for wood to build the pickets and to clear a space to make it very obvious if somebody tried to flank them. Right at the pickets. So you got here's the and by the way, I'm purposely not showing you the map yet. You'll see. So here's your tower, right? You got pickets above, pickets below. There's a little gap here and a little gap here. On the north side of the tower, where the picket kind of comes up close to the hill, there's definitely enough room to squeeze by. And in fact, you've got cover where the group could leave the hole and kind of work their way around to the north of the tower without being spotted by the tower. Also, that the pickets there are so big that the orcs there wouldn't see you coming until they actually stepped out around the pickets. But there's 2 of them. So there's 2 in the tower and 2 on the ground stationed there. If you go around to the other side, it's way too open from the tower. They would probably see you crossing that open ground. But if you could make it, there's only 1 orc on the north picket there. However, as Willem wings his way back, there is one at the north side. The picket is broken by a large rock, like a huge boulder. So they just stopped the picket and then they started again on the other side of it. And there is like probably a 15 to 20 foot gap there with 1 orc station on either side. But you're looking at probably 60 to 70 feet length of picket running north to south. And there's 2 more orcs that are traveling on the backside of the picket, just patrolling up and down that line.
Well, that don't sound easy.
I say we sow some alchemical fire chaos. Create a distraction.
You guys are all huddled there. You've probably got you know, Willem wings up high enough in the sky, you can just see, you know, the red of dawn coming. You've got maybe 30 minutes before you don't have very much in the way of shadow.
All right, so I release Willem and I quick draw on the floor exactly what, the plan, where the cages are, where I think she is. We're supposed to do something with the eggs. Is that right?
We got to find the eggs, which are most likely in his fucking tent.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You have, let's see. He says there's 3 eggs, and Kilvielis told you to keep your eggs. So I think I think Cormac has 1 and you have 2, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He wants you to. Well, what he told you, he didn't say this to you, Cormac, but what he told Iona was he wants you to swap the eggs.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see you later, dude. All right. Thank you. Love you too.
I'm gonna let you make a history check, even if you don't have history, Palmer, for Jalmala.
Okay.
And you gain advantage on it because it's about orcs, and you grew up learning about orcs.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Orc.
History. There we are. Yeah, -1.
That'll work with advantage. So, what you know about orcs is that they can see in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Distinct advantage. What you do know is that they operate equally well day and night, but you cannot hide from an orc's dark vision if you're stealthing just in shadows. You have to have complete cover. Just simple concealment may not work.
Share this with our
Standing
group.
in shadows won't work. But you also know that in that, basically, they their dark vision is at its weakest at dusk and dawn.
I could have told you that.
Okay.
Oh, that's true. You'd know that too. I keep forgetting we got an orc in the party, or half orc.
Smells like an orc.
Smash.
The problem is though that we have to take him down immediately first round. So the only thing is if Flash is able to put 2 of them to sleep right off the bat, while we try to put the other 2 down in the first round. But if it goes more than a round, we're going to be screwed.
Well, Flash, you can. Well, I shouldn't offer any suggestions. Sorry.
You should.
Oh no.
I think you should.
I mean, a fog cloud just appearing out of nowhere is going to be pretty obvious that something's going on.
Cormac, while you guys are in the tunnels waiting here, it occurs to you that while they plan, you could step out, assuming you don't trigger anybody, and spend a few minutes just looking for the herbs that you need. You know they cover this area.
Go for it. You're stealthy.
I don't know, but bare shoulders are getting claustrophobic.
Yeah, if we're gonna be a while at this, I'll go sneak around see if I can find the necessary herbs.
Okay. All right. Cormac, you poke up out of the hole, and the first thing that you're assaulted by is just fresh air. Yeah. You know what? It smells like orc and burning house and a lot of other not so great smells, but it's fresh. Yeah. So you step out. The first thing you notice is there's kind of like not a rock wall, but like earth that has kind of eroded steeply in front of you. And when you come up, you see no sign of any orcs. You look behind you, which you quickly orient and realize is to the east, and you see stumps everywhere. There was kind of like a small wood here, and it's all been taken down.
So are there any trees nearby then? Is the wood all gone?
The wood is all gone, but between here and there, there's a lot of tall grass, like prairie.
But wood was probably used for the pickets that the wizard was talking about, I'm guessing.
Right. You kind of get out and stretch and stand up slowly, and your eyes kind of just come up over the top of as you kind of step back to try to get a view over this erosion, and you look up to.
I'm using my perception skills actively.
Sure, and you think you are able to just barely use cover in a way to keep from being seen, and sure enough, you see a tower, and on top of it are two orcs. Every so often, they kind of look out and about, but they don't look down like at the base of the tower, like where you are. Which, by the way, you're still line of sight to them. I mean, they're probably from you, probably 30 feet up in the air, but also about 55 feet away. But they're looking like a mile out, right? They're looking way out there,
watching the horizon.
And then they turn to each other and talk. Do you speak Orcish?
No, I speak Goblin.
Okay, you can't make out. You can't make out what they're saying, but they seem like they're supremely unconcerned with anything. You kind of hear some light movement in the distance, but very little, surprisingly, and it makes you think that most of the camp has settled down.
Okay.
Or at least this part of the camp that's supposedly nearby is not very active.
Do I see any chance of finding the herbs that I need with the wood not here anymore?
You can make a nature check. And this for this particular need would be with advantage. Well, as it turns out, everything you need is within about 15 feet, and you're able to get all of it.
Nice. Right
here in the lee without ever crossing over into anyone's line of sight.
Excellent. So I pick it all up, get my stuff, go back in, and tell the crew that the camp seems pretty calm right now. The orcs are watching the horizon, not us, or anywhere near where we're at. We want to make a move. Now might be a good time.
So, who do you think we should take out first then? Or do you think we could get past them without taking anybody out?
I only got a chance to see the tower, and there were the two guards up there. I think we can probably get past them if we time it right. I didn't see anybody walking the picket.
Yeah,
well, we know there's two. We know there's two by the opening.
Mm-hmm.
Those two in the tower. If they archers. I say you sleep the archers.
Well, we sleep boldly if we have to, I think. Save the spell in case we need it. So,
I have something better now that might be of use.
which
Okay.
would be
So I can. How far away is the closest orc on the ground? You said I really wish we could see the map. I
Okay.
know there's a
Well,
reason we can't, but
do you want to step out and try to work your way along the line of erosion? I mean, Scotty, you saw there's enough for the group of you to step out, and
Yeah.
you were able to see through Willem's eyes that you could do the same. If you want to do that, you just need to tell me what the marching order is before I set it. Get you out there. I'm assuming you'd be hugging that erosion line.
Yep.
Stay along that bluff.
I say we send the wizard out since he wants to see first. He'll go first.
perfect.
You're gonna put Mr. Squishy up front.
I like it.
Okay, so Mr. Squishy's up front. Who's next?
Well, Cormac knows what's going on, so he can go next. I'll follow him.
Okay, give me a second. I'm just kind of doing. All right, so Cormac, and then we have Iona,
The tank.
and then where do you want Jacknack? Who's he next
Right
to?
next to me.
Okay, so he's next to you. Okay, who's behind Iona?
Throw me in the middle somewhere.
Okay, then you're right there. So then I've got Tinker and the River Rose. Who brings up the rear?
Halloran.
Yeah, there you go.
You want? Okay, so then we'll put Tinker, the River Rose, and then Halloran.
Yep.
All right, give me just a moment.
See, now I wish we had invisibility. So do we have one of those flasks left? The alchemist fires?
Yes.
I thought we had
We have
one
one.
left, right? Okay. Okay.
Okay, here you are up in the corner.
Nope.
All right, so Rin, you're right up front, and you can kind of see around the corner here that there is a picket, and you can see what looks like one orc over here. It looks like maybe he's having a conversation with somebody behind the picket that you can't see. Up here in the tower, you can see two orcs. They are looking around, and then there's
Tony.
what's that?
I can't see anything. It's just all black.
I bet it is for you because you're pretty much blind.
Oh, is it still dark?
Yeah, it's still dark.
Ah,
You can see some lights in the distance. That's about it.
okay.
Okay, and this was
Basically, what it means for you, Scotty, is that you can see him, but you couldn't take a decent shot. Yeah, that's the hole that you just came out of. Bjorn just got up out of it and has got his sword and shield ready.
Got it.
Hopefully, by the way, Palmer, you know enough about Bjorn's abilities to run them if you get into that that trouble.
Yeah, I will do my best on that.
Okay, so Rin, yeah, you're kind of in the lead. You're looking around the edge, and you're able to see at least four. Well, technically, you can only see three orcs.
Okay, so
This one down here, I know you're able to see them, but you really can't.
No, I can't see down that far.
Good. Okay.
So I see half a guy here, and a guy right here.
Yep.
So we're working our way this way then?
And then, roughly, where's the direction of the big camp or the big tent?
It's through this way.
Okay. Actually, I can see over here.
You want to put Gwillem on the map?
Yeah, sure. Hold on.
Drop him out. Yeah. He can pretty much fly freely at this point. Nobody's paying attention to him.
Oh, that's awesome. Now I can see everything. Thanks, Gwillem. All right, so hold on. So I have him fly over. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's the big tent. Okay, actually, we're in a great position, you guys. All right, so, and we're about, I gotta see how far away we are first off. 55 feet, 60 feet. 55, 60. Okay. Boy, I wish they weren't in pairs. That really, dang. So I have a spell now called Sudden Transposition, which allows me to it's my bare shoulders, not going to get stuck behind the line again spell. I can basically take bare shoulders, or any other player for that matter, and put you exchange positions with you and another NPC.
You
Nice.
can swap them with an NPC.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
They do get a saving throw, but if they fail the saving throw, the two people will swap places.
So you could just drop me right next to somebody and bring somebody over to you guys.
Yes, exactly. So very awesome spell.
That's pretty cool.
That is.
Kind of scary for me.
Yeah, yeah. So we need to pick where we're gonna. I don't know. All right, so.
Okay, you totally need to transpose me with one of the guys in the tower.
Oh yeah.
You kill the guy that lands here, I'll stick the guy in the tower.
You hope.
We could do that, and I can actually cast it twice. So we could do it again to the two other guys over here with using bare shoulders, or something like that, or somebody who can do the same. So, okay, so there's my opening shot. So I don't think you guys can see the rest of the map, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd
Can't if I
point it out.
watch Twitch.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. So I could do it twice, thereby taking out the 4 guards that are closest to us that I can. Oh, shit. Now that I'm panning south, I see there's more. Crap.
We just have to get in.
Honestly, our ace in the hole is bare shoulders.
Do you see? Okay, you see these? You see these two guys down here?
Yep.
Okay, they are slowly moving in this direction.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just kind of walking along.
Well, once you kill the guy, whatever uniform bits they can have, bare shoulders can pick up and walk into the camp.
So, compared to these orcs, does bare shoulders look pretty? Is he pretty?
In the dark, he looks like the same size, maybe even slightly bigger.
Okay, that's good. All right.
I'm totally volunteering myself to gank the guy in the tower. In fact, I think it's the best idea because if I can do it and I get to go first, it's critical. I critical when I hit.
Oh yeah.
It is the perfect setup.
Probably take more than one round.
Not if I can do okay. If I roll good, I roll good. If I don't, then.
All right. So what's our backup plan? Should assassination not?
Well, at that point, it's going to be a fucking mess anyway.
Then it's Leroy Jenkins.
Just keep in mind. I want you to keep in mind. If things go south of the wall, your chances of getting to the cages, getting to the captain's tent, start looking really, really dim.
All right. So another idea.
You need a way to get back out too.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to kill the guard towers, just have swap our thief with somebody else inside and have him just sort of sneak through there and do the switch.
And then swap them back.
Oh my God, you could send Iona in quietly and then swap him with somebody else if you needed to.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to have line of sight up to how many feet?
120 feet. It's awesome.
Wow, that is pretty awesome.
Well, there's this guy, right? This single guy right here.
This guy's going to get transposed into my position, and then it's just going to be a matter of big.
Yeah.
But you can only do one guy, right?
Yes, correct.
Well, I got to take the kobold with me.
The problem with taking this guy out, Flash, you immediately realize, is that it won't take more than maybe a few minutes for these two orcs to come back up here and realize that he's missing or dead.
Yeah, but maybe he just went to take a pee or something,
Well, I guess you wouldn't know.
No, I wouldn't know. But I would talk about this quietly, obviously, with the rest of the team behind me.
He just peeing the spot he's in.
You've got about 20 minutes left before dawn breaks.
I want to make sure that I go up to Iona and I put my hand on his shoulder and I say, whatever we do, I want you to make sure that you bring down a few orcs. And I give him Bardic Inspiration.
I could come in handy.
Okay, so Iona, you have inspiration.
Okay.
Does Bardic
So-
Inspiration last until it's used? Is there like a time limit on it?
10 minutes, I think, is what it is until used. So the only thing I could say is that we've got to get in and we've got to get out. And we're going to have to engage somebody to get in or out. There's no
Correct.
way looking at this that we can get in or out without engaging someone, Tony.
That's not very big.
Oh, you're looking at what it would look like?
Yeah, I was just curious how big it was. That's not very big. Damn.
Well, and once you drop it, it's going to be kind of visible, you know.
Yeah, yep.
So what? I guess what is our overall objective right now?
Get the eggs, get the kobold, get out.
Well, somebody needs to make a distraction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the other thing I was going to mention was the distraction with Gwillem and the alchemist fire.
Can you carry it?
Oh hell yeah! He's a big ass horned owl.
A 2-ounce bird cannot carry a 1 pound.
Well played,
What?
sir.
Your quest.
All
He
right.
could grip it by the husk.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not a matter of where he grips it.
All right, Joe, you get a draw.
So, what are you planning on setting the siege equipment on fire?
Yeah, that was my thought. Kill two birds with one stone there. Two birds with one alchemist fire.
Sorry, Gwillem.
He'll just drop
Killing
it.
two birds.
Yeah, no.
Yep. Burn the siege equipment. Everybody runs over there. We take out a few.
Okay,
We just-
so you know, just so you know, Flash, with Gwillem's view, it is. Let's see if I can even get you here. I'm gonna move Gwillem for a moment. So if
Okay.
you come all the way out here, okay,
Hold on. Let me move over. Yep.
okay, like another. Hang on a second. Another 100 feet beyond the map is where that's where the siege equipment is.
So it's quite a ways away, basically.
Well, I mean, you're talking about 200 feet from the command tent.
Gotcha.
Not quite a football field, but 2/3 of the way across
Well,
one.
we don't. I mean, I was thinking about the command tent, but that's going to draw more attention to the command tent, which
All
we
right,
don't
you
want.
burn the siege equipment, and they start running that way. Hopefully,
Well, we can't burn the command tent.
Right.
I say we burn this.
What about
Burn
one
this.
What about one of the tents that's farther to the west of the command tent, like not quite so far away, like over here maybe? I'm sorry, you guys. I know you can't see it, but it's on the.
Yeah, I mean, you could burn. Yeah, I mean, anything you see here, you could burn it. Yeah, sure.
My thought is of the siege equipment, but that's pretty far away, and they might not. I don't know.
I mean, it's 200 feet, from them. About 300 feet from where you are, maybe a little further.
Okay, so
Nearly a field away.
I bring up that point with the group.
There's
If you
lots.
set the siege equipment on fire, everybody's going to know about it in short order.
And they should all run that way to put it out.
And they're going to run that way to put it out.
I say we burn the siege equipment.
Works for me.
Okay, so how do you time this? You've got 15 minutes left.
Send Gwillem over the narrow and set it on fire.
Well, do we want to wait till we're? I mean, we're not.
I would wait.
We want to wait till we're right at dawn, right?
You don't want to have as many people as would be drawn to a big fire like that. That's more eyes that can spot you.
Yeah,
Right
but
now, I can't
we're
spike
taking them
anybody.
300 feet away.
Just
The point
a
is,
thought.
we're taking them 300 feet away from where we're going,
And they don't see very well in the twilights.
Right. So we
which is
definitely
what
want-
we're in, isn't it? Is the twilight.
That's what I'm saying. You
Now
got-
is the twilight. Now is the
Oh,
time
okay.
to move.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So
Burn it.
set the bitch on fire.
All right. Gwillem, hit one of those siege equipment, buddy.
And then I say you send up Iona to the tower to kill the one, bring the other one down, we'll kill him, that takes out the archers, and then we go.
Okay, so you hold up the alchemist fire. Willem comes around. You see him come in low, snatches it out of your hand. Roll for Willem. Roll a strength test. See if he can haul this alchemist fire.
He's gonna fail.
Burns
Drop
and
it on
dies.
us. Drops it on us. And,
I
well,
haven't been an owl in a
good
while.
session.
I'm sorry.
good session, guys.
He's
Go back
able
in the
to-
tunnel, collapse it.
He
Oh, no.
dies in a glorious fire, but he takes the guard tower with him. Go ahead and roll. Roll a strength test.
He kamikazes himself into the.
That's about as
Drops it right at our feet.
It's enough.
yeah.
You see he kind of falters, wings his way upward. I mean, it definitely.
He's at a -4. He's at a.
You know,
Yeah.
Flash, I can't see anything you're rolling.
Me either.
Yeah, it rolls it to straight to Tony. I didn't.
Hang on a second. I will modify that.
Okay. Yeah, it whispers it to Tony, so I don't have control over that.
You can adjust it too, by the way.
Oh,
just
can
so,
I?
Yeah, you just go under the gear, under the owl, and
Oh.
see down. Where is it? Always whisper rolls. I'm just going to say
Oh, yeah.
never whisper rolls.
Okay, awesome.
Yep. Now let's go there. Okay, you got it. All right.
Yeah, I rolled an 11, by the way.
Okay, he takes off. What's his movement?
Yeah, every time I close the sheet, you ask. Let's see here. Fly, 60. So he's
Okay,
he can book
so
it.
yeah, so he books it from here all the way to now. He's pretty much over the command tent at the end of the round, and he's still going.
Oh yeah, if he's double moving, yeah.
Still say we do the guard tower bit.
Yep. I'm all for it. Let him get one more round so he's closer to the tower. So we're doing it in the same round he drops it.
Yep. And then drop that orc right in front of me.
Y'all just circle up around where I'm standing.
All right, so I tell Bare Shoulders and Tinker, incoming.
Okay, he's off map now. You know, within a round, the distraction will be set.
Okay.
So
Halloran's going to cast Bless on me, himself, and Rajak. So we're going to get that plus a die 4 to our hits, so there's no chance that we can screw this up.
That's a +4 to hit.
All right, I'm gonna drop
D4.
Or plus D4. Cool.
I'm gonna drop him right here. So you three need to stand around him. Yeah.
I can't even see us. I have no idea where we are.
I can handle that. Actually, I just do. We're behind this cliff, right? I just do a quick prestidigitation.
all right, give me a second here. I'm gonna change this up slightly. Let's see. You have sight, and you emit light. I'm just gonna make it dim light, probably within about
Right.
20 feet of you.
Yeah, very dim. It's not a bright light.
So you can see a little bit. And then who else? Well, you don't need to. Well, I guess you do need to see Bjorn. Give me a moment. I'll make that dim light.
Somebody needs to hold on to Knack, or he doesn't do anything stupid.
Who else?
Oh,
can't
there
see?
we are.
Is it Edda? Edda, are you able to see anything?
I can see the camps.
Here, I'm gonna give you dim light, just so because I mean it's in the pre-dawn. Anybody else have trouble seeing? I think Iona.
I can't see shit.
All right, give me a second here. I'm gonna do that to you too. I mean, you're able to see slightly. Does that help?
Ah, that's beautiful.
Give me a second. I'm gonna do the same to Cormac because I think you're straight human too. There, how's that? Well, Scotty's not there. He can't see shit anyway. All right. Okay. So we're gonna actually. I hate to say this. We're gonna go to initiative. The rest of this little encounter. Give me a second. I am going to clear this out.
But we get a freebie because that guy doesn't know he's being teleported.
Well, they haven't done anything yet. So let's go ahead and, because all the rest of you guys are ready. So go ahead and roll your inits.
And let me do Halloran.
Oh, I got a good one.
You don't need to roll for Gwillem. He runs on your turn, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know when he comes back.
Okay.
So if I'm not attacking somebody and there's no one attacking me here soon, somebody just keeps smacking me. So
no problem. No problem.
I keep the rage going.
Punch him in the nuts.
You're not raging yet, are you, Radric?
No, I wouldn't be able to. But if this guy drops in front of me and I kill him and I raged, then I would drop it unless somebody, kicks me in the balls or something. I'm serious.
Here's a friendly kick in the nuts.
You need to roll initiative, Scotty. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do round by round here, getting into the place.
Initiative?
Yep.
Everybody's pretty close.
Speak for yourself.
The bad guys pretty much seem to be oblivious at this particular moment, anyway. All right. So did you get that added to the init thing? Oh, you gotta click. You have to click your token before you do that, Scotty.
All right. We roll again, or you just want to know what it is?
Well, go ahead and do it, and you'll replace it with the 11.
Okay.
Do we need to get up and get near Iona for this so that we can?
It's better than the 6 anyway.
Yeah.
I'll do it for you since I'm right there.
Put Halloran right here, or right here, one of the two, because I'm gonna drop the orc right here. Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna drop him right here.
Yep.
Edda, okay. Joe's up. Edda, you have already given inspiration, whispered to Iona. What do you want to do now?
I would say so. Right now, Gwillem is going to drop this alchemist fire on something, right?
Yep.
Supposedly this round.
The siege equipment.
That's what you understand.
And then which way is the town?
It is to the west.
To the west. Okay, so we're on the wrong side.
Down the hole.
I'm gonna wait. Can I hold my action? And I'm just gonna stay by Rin.
What are you readying your action for? To follow Rin?
Gosh, I don't know.
He's completely on the other side of the group, hugging the wall. He's kind of more toward the camp. You're right toward the end.
I didn't mean Rin. I meant Jal and Tinker. So
okay, they're right next to him.
Or Jal and Rin.
So you're readying to follow when they go.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Bjorn is up.
Hold and ready for the poor schmuck to appear.
Bjorn looks at you, Jal, and he says, I have no idea what we're doing here. He goes, but I'll follow your lead.
There's going to be an orc right there in just a second. And we want to kill him.
Okay. All right, Rin. You hear in the distance.
Okay. I just poked my head up just a little bit to look towards the guard tower here. Oops.
The tower here?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right here.
Okay. All right.
Get the one that's closest to the guard tower. Leave him and get the one that's furthest away and put me behind him.
What's your range?
What's that?
What's your range? What are you thinking of casting?
That sudden transposition.
Okay, it looks like you're only able to see one of the two.
Yeah.
The other one you can.
Yeah, I can only see this one.
Take him out, but you wouldn't be able to target him.
Yeah, that's yeah. So yeah, I poke my head up to see if they turn towards the hopeful.
Give me a second. I'm gonna do a quick.
Because they're kind of high up, right? So they might see something, or higher up at least. Man, when we get back to the town, we are buying more Alchemist Fire.
You definitely made good use of it. You are fairly confident. Okay, so the one that is closest to you, the one you can see well, he whips around. You see movement from the one beyond him. You think he's done the same, but you can't be sure.
Get him quick.
Yep. So hold on. I guess I should click on the spell.
Okay, why don't you pop it for me, would you? Yeah, thank you. Okay, they've got to make a charisma saving throw. Because, that's what orcs are good at.
Exactly. That's why it's a great spell.
Okay. You look at him, you kind of like use a hand to kind of hold it. Yep. You look over at Iona, you're like, hope you're ready.
Yep. Yep.
And Iona is now in the tower.
And since I go now, I stab him.
All right, do you want to move, Ren?
No. I want to say put.
He had to go exactly where Iona was, right?
He did.
Yeah. Okay, so then I would have been.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I would have been right there.
I forgot that I had to put him exactly where the two were. So yes, I'm sorry. I would have pointed that out.
Move Knack out of the way so we can get Tinker up there.
Well, the problem with Bjorn being where he is, well, you know what? You've just created a distraction. Everybody's wondering what the hell just happened on the west side. Okay, Iona, you're up. This guy, what is there a? Let me read that spell.
A pop.
Yeah, he's like okay. You can't understand what he's saying, but he's like, oh, or he looks around at you, and his eyes just like.
I
whoop.
stab him.
Uklamek.
I'll take the 21.
Yeah, you do. Okay, it's
so
just
he hasn't gone, and he's surprised. So this is all critical.
Yeah, so you just tell me what the max damage is.
What the max damage would be?
Well, oh no, never mind. Sorry, it's crit. Okay, so roll it twice. 12 and 9. 21. Oops.
Nice.
It's my one big stick.
You just rush him and you jam him straight up against the wall, clap a hand over his mouth, and just
you shake him.
Just shake him, just cut it.
Take it.
Just then he goes down. Okay, do you move?
Probably right here up in his space where I've dropped him, and then I kind of just peek through the boards to see where these other two jackasses are.
Okay, so you want to make sure you know this is an open top tower. There's a rail around it, but that's it.
Oh, well then I drop down to the ground on top of him and peek.
Yeah, you can see. Hang on a second. You can see. You hear barked orders. This guy is now kind of standing more straight, and well, never mind. I don't even think you can really see him anyway. To be honest with you. Okay, let's see now. Tinker, you're up.
Actually, Bjorn's up.
Did I miss?
Yeah, Bjorn
should
get his.
He was holding till the orc.
Oh, you're right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Bjorn's up.
Okay, I need to pull up his sheet, I guess. Oh no, was it?
Sheet. You hold up his sheet and double click.
Okay, and nope, that didn't do it. Nope, that didn't do it. What am I double clicking here that I'm not doing right here?
I don't know. What do you want him to do? Do you want to just attack twice?
I want to have him attack twice.
Okay, I'll do that.
Hey,
That's 2 hits.
That's awesome.
And he does 11 points of damage with 2 slashes. The dude is already bloodied. He's
Okay.
just like, oh! Not loudly necessarily, but definitely. You think he can be heard within maybe 20, 30 feet at least. All right. So
can I take my action?
Let me see if I can add my lick to it. Please.
you're up.
16.
That is a hit.
Huh.
It's just enough. It crumbles under your onslaught.
Jeez. A 4 onslaught. Woo.
Now it's time for Leroy Jenkins. Everybody run.
There's,
All right,
that's your minimum damage, Palmer.
I know it. Always pulling my punches, giving the other guy a chance. I gotta stop that shit. It's gonna get us killed.
Just not angry enough yet, Mike. All right. Okay. So Cormac, what do you want to do?
Do we need to run?
So guys, so what is our plan now? After we've taken the tower, are we making our way towards the camp now?
Yes.
We didn't have anything past that. We didn't figure it'd work.
I need you to make a decision pretty quick here, Scotty.
I'm gonna start stealthing towards the. I've got my bow out, I'm moving stealthily towards the camp because I can't see anything yet.
Okay. So you want to move quietly, and you can make a stealth roll, and then you can move at half speed.
Okay.
Are we supposed
Nice.
to run?
Start
Nice.
moving in.
Okay. So is the camp this direction, Tony?
It's pretty much straight west.
Right west. Okay. So
That way.
all right.
So we need
I
to
can
move?
do,
Yes.
how far can
Start
I move?
moving in.
So if you're wanting to move stealthily, you're probably right about here.
Okay.
All right. Bare shoulders.
All right. Since I kind of fit in. Let's see, 5, 15, 20, 25.
They're definitely distracted at the moment. You're not a quiet guy, Rajic. You're thinking maybe.
I'm just going to start walking in. That's 30.
Okay, Rajic, you can just barely make out this guy along the picket line, and you can
Yep.
kind of see that he's facing the other direction. You could dash and get to him, but you wouldn't be able to do that.
I wouldn't do anything, right?
Correct. You could also stop just short of it, like go into the trench,
Right there.
just west or just east of the picket. Yeah, you could go right there.
I'll just stop right there.
Okay, you don't think he's noticed you yet. Who cast the bless, by the way? Is that
Halloran?
How long does that last? Is it 1 minute?
I think it's longer than that. Let me look. Hold on a second. Let me pull it up here. Come on. Bless. There it is.
Up to 1
Up
minute.
to a minute. Up to a minute.
Okay. All right, so that was the end of the round. Give me just a second, guys. I really got to hit the restroom. I'll be right back. Give yourself like 1 minute.
Do we not need to run toward the camp?
My only thought was if we waited around, they might start heading that way. We won't have to fight them, but
I got you.
yeah, but I don't know. It's
Doesn't seem
The
like
guards probably not, but the people that are in the camp between us and the big tent, probably.
these guys are going down fairly easy. I say we just slaughter them all. It's more XP.
That totally worked, dude. It totally just ganked the shit out of him.
that was awesome.
Yep. If you can,
That was a plan.
Yeah, I saw
if
that.
you can get in a room and they can't see you coming at all, you get like double damage.
Yeah,
It's just
I saw that.
nasty.
I saw that spell, and my eyes lit up for Rajic. But also, obviously, works for Iona.
Yeah. Till got to do that a few times just to sneak in a room. Didn't see anything coming. Slowly drop him to the ground. Go night night.
Well, the thing to it is I'm going to pick up poison too, and so if that works, the poison is also doubled.
Yeah, because
Oh, man.
it was Pathfinder. The poison sucked, if I remember right.
It's not good.
So I never bothered with the poison.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Give me a moment here. One roll.
There we go. I hear some Conan.
Okay, print it down.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Well, they mobilize interestingly. Let's see here. More camp.
Yeah.
That's weird. I hear none of the music, and my master volume is up.
I think it's coming from Tony, not the actual Roll20.
Oh,
You guys aren't hearing it? Do you have your master volume turned all the way down?
that was all the way up.
Oh.
Actually, it was blurring.
Is the music in the Roll20? Is that what's?
Yep.
Yeah, it should be.
See, I don't have my.
But it's very quiet.
Mine's turned off.
It's very, very quiet. I have mine cranked all the way up, and it's barely.
Yeah, I
Yeah, no,
actually have.
right.
Yeah, tell me if it gets a little louder here. Hang on a second. I just want to make sure that it does work. I'm not going to leave it loud, but.
Oh yeah, much louder.
Okay. All right. So getting that fixed. They actually move.
Yeah, at least you're not playing the orgy music. That'd be weird.
Yeah, really.
Okay. Right. So, Etta, you're up again.
Okay, I'm going to try to follow up Rajic.
Wait, did you ever get to go last round, Joe? You were holding your action.
She was just sticking with Tinker and.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really care. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So you want to work your way up? Are you trying to be quiet, or are you just trying to follow him? Rajic's just striding out in the
I'm
open.
gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna. I can double move stealth, right?
No.
No.
Well, yes. No, because you haven't tried to be stealthy yet. So you can stealth and then you can move half speed, which is 15. All right, so give me a second. That puts you 5, 10. That puts you right back here, unfortunately. Oops. Right back here, and you're trying to be stealthy.
And I can't. That's it.
That's it for the round.
Okay. I can't do. So you can't dash at all, even.
Hiding, you're doing a hide action, which is an action.
Hey, you can't double move when stealthing.
All right. Well, you could if you were a rogue, but that's about it.
Oh, I never did.
What do you want Bjorn to do?
Follow along, close the route, get in toward the wall or wherever it is we're going. I can't see beyond Ren.
I'm over here.
Yeah.
So let's see,
Rajic
5,
rode out there.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That puts you pretty much in front of him. And you could do a dash to get right behind Bear Shoulders if you wanted. He's just walking out in the open, purposefully.
I fit in.
Yeah. I want to go up behind him. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and be right there behind him so he can act to cover me.
Okay.
Because I can't get any farther.
Okay, Ren.
Oh shit. Well. Yeah, I can't stealth, so.
Well, you can try.
Bring the
You know what? I am going.
bring the kobold with you.
I'm gonna hold until Bear Shoulders goes and introduces himself to these orcs.
Do you say anything to Jack Knack? It sounds like Ren or Iona wants you.
Sure.
What do you say?
I whisper in Draconic, "You get your ass behind me. Follow me."
Okay. He'll move. He'll move with you. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, he does. He's clutching his little knife and he's shaking.
That makes me a little nervous. I kind of like, So yeah, I'm gonna hold till Bare Shoulders goes and says hello.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Iona, you're up. By the way, I'm gonna change some things. So round to round, it doesn't matter. Okay. If you are holding your action, you can, or not hold. If you're readying your action, you can use it for as long as you haven't used a reaction for anything else, right? So it would go round to round. You could ready into the next round until your next action, which point it's lost if you haven't done anything by that point yet.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I mean, I think it actually is the way it should be done.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad or game breaking.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, you're up. I don't know.
So this is 20 feet, the tower. And is this the ladder right here?
The ladder is right. Whoops. The ladder is right here.
Okay. I just slide down the ladder.
Okay. Make an acrobatics check to slide. If you are successful, it won't cost you any. That's enough. You slide down the ladder. It only costs you 5 point of movement, just like moving normally.
Okay. I'm going to stealth then.
Okay. Do you have cunning action?
Yes.
Okay.
5. So 10, 15. I move out here to the edge of the rock.
Okay. And you have cunning action, so you have a bonus action to continue to dash if you wanted to.
So 5, 10,
15.
Okay.
By the way, the southern cage is down here somewhere.
Yes, over here.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't actually see it myself right at the moment.
Oh,
Yeah.
the southern cage is over here?
Yeah, it's
Well-
I want to go
Okay.
down this
Then
way.
I would have went this way. 1,
Yeah.
2. I know what to hear.
Yeah, you're like here then.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the open.
All right. Unfortunately, some shots go at Gwillem.
No, Gwillem, no.
He had to get close enough to make sure that he had a good shot.
He's dodging. I think he can actually take that as an action, maybe.
Yeah. I think
He's not.
yeah. I'm
It's
sure.
not an attack, right? So he can at least dodge, so that they have disadvantage.
What's his armor class?
It's awesome. Hold on. Where is he at?
What's-
Is he
what's-
on the? Oh, hold on. I guess I have to look him up.
He's dead. Sorry, I rolled a 19 and a 23, and I think he only has 1 hit point, right?
Yes, and his armor class is
Gwillem's
awesome.
not going to give any more use to you. Sorry.
Awesome 11.
You bastard!
God damn it! I'm sorry. I cried.
Your owl got a javelin in the chest. And a flurry of arrows.
No, Gwillem. Poor guy. Well,
You sure he's not a red owl? And a
Yeah.
red weasel? With his red shirt?
yeah. That's a good point. He's got this weird emblem on his chest right here.
I don't know. You hear heavy feet to the south of you. Sounds, like heavy chain and heavy boots. They seem like they're maybe running parallel to you, headed west. What you think you're hearing?
To whom?
You.
Oh, shit.
They're down here somewhere. But they're
Okay.
going west, it sounds like. Which is good.
Tinker, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to dash, and I come up here right behind Halloran. And I'm going to bend low so that I do not create a human silhouette.
Hiding in my shadow.
Yep.
Come on, party train.
Both Bjorn.
Right?
Where's
Okay.
the dragon suit?
All right, give me a second here. All right, so you double move it.
Yep.
All right. Okay, Cormac.
Do I need to roll stealth again, or just keep stealthing?
You can continue to use the, but it will consume an action to be stealthy, and then you can move 15 feet.
Okay.
You hug the tree, or the line of the the deal, or like there. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. From there, you can barely see the edge of something out beyond Rajic, but you're not sure what it is.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you just can't see very well. Okay, Rajic, you're up. They still haven't quite looked around yet. Like they're kind of like, what's going on?
All right. So are we ready to introduce ourselves, gentlemen?
Yeah, it'll be next turn, but lead us off.
Well, you got a held actions, right?
No,
I do.
we
I think everybody else
we
does.
moved as Bjorn and I moved our full movement.
It's the end of the round.
Okay. Well, we're going to step out to right there, and we're going to introduce ourselves to the side fully. And I believe we'll have to rage. Bare shoulder smash.
Side axe.
Just somebody be ready to kick me in the nuts soon. All right.
Here,
so
let me help you. Whoa.
I get a D4, right?
Plus a D4. There you go.
14.
Okay, that's enough for that guy. He's not even looking.
So he takes 12.
Okay, he doesn't quite go down, but he definitely is bloodied, and he staggers to one side, and is
roll
like,
your-
"Whoa."
Wait, roll your damage again.
Oh, yeah, I get that twice. That's a good
You might-
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the reminder.
I was mistaken. He does go down.
Like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
And
Blood-
then,
Blood
and
fountain
then
all
I
over.
step on top of him.
Take his place.
Yep, I take his place. Hello.
You do. All right.
Good game last night.
That bless actually worked like a charm.
All right, I'm moving.
Yay, team.
All right, Edda, you're up.
Nope, I was holding until bare shoulders went. I'm gonna move 10, 15.
Where are the cages from us?
They are down towards
direction.
Iona, so down here.
Okay.
This direction.
I can't see Iona either.
Okay.
But once we get into the camp, we go south.
Yep, we go this direction.
Yeah, down here.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna actually cast a spell. I'm gonna hold.
So
Oh no, actually, I can see this guy, right? I think.
yes. Hold on. I mean, if you've got line of sight, then yes.
Well, but I've kind of got line of sight.
He'd be, if you're doing something with an attack roll, he'd get a bonus to his armor class.
Yeah. Never mind then.
Okay.
I'm
So
done.
no action.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just moved.
All right. It is now your turn. Top of the order. Edda, you're up.
Well, I'm gonna follow up and go another 15 feet and be silent.
Okay. So you're still stealthing and you're just following quietly. Okay. All right. Bringing up the caboose. You don't need to re-roll unless you want to. Just remember your stealth score. It's the important thing. Okay, Bjorn is up.
Alrighty. 5, 10, 15, 25, and smack.
Okay, he gets 2 attacks. You able to bring his character sheet up again?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
And that would be... There he is. Longsword.
Hit.
And longsword.
Hit.
All right. Well, let's whip on him. A whopping 3. And
I
there's
like
6
it better
more.
when Tony rolls your damage.
Yeah, I know it. I hear you.
Yeah, he's bloodied though, and that's his.
Oh,
Okay, so is he done moving?
I see.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Rin, you're up.
Wow, that was okay. I'm gonna. Me and Jack off are gonna move. Uh, let's see here. 5. Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't grab him. You'll have to move him for me. Uh, I am down to here.
Okay, he's following right behind you.
Yep, and I'm just following the kind of curve of the wall here.
Okay, that was a normal move. You don't see anybody around.
All right, I like to see this guy still, so I'm gonna firebolt his ass. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I'm feeling lucky, so I'm gonna roll again. Nice. Let me mark off a luck point here.
Okay, so you decide to hit him then, and you do.
Yep.
All right, roll damage. Okay, he's already staggered back from Halloran, slicing twice into his chest, and Bare Shoulder's kind of stepping up to him, completely disoriented, and you engulf his head in fire. He collapses.
Oh, that's not good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take your kill, dude.
No, I need someone to kick me in the nuts now.
Doesn't work that way, unfortunately. Okay, so that's your action. You're done. All right, Iona, you're up.
5, 10. So I can get to this cage. Where's the door? I guess when I'm coming up to it.
So that's 15 foot of movement, right?
It's a little more.
Okay, so then that would be, and you're still stealthing?
Yes.
Okay. That's your complete action. With your passive, you're able to tell that the door is on the far side over here.
Okay. Well, I have enough movement to get there.
Okay.
So that was 20. So that's 15. So then, is it a lock?
There is a lock.
Okay. So can I pick it?
No,
Why not?
that was because you had to stay stealthed, and then you dashed. Those are all your actions: stealth, move, dash.
But I can dash and shoot somebody in the same round.
Not in stealth.
I was already stealth.
So you're stealthing. You move it 15 feet. If you move more than that, then you had to do a dash, right?
Right.
And you stealthed, unless you were just not stealthing anymore. Are you stealthing?
Well, I guess if I can't get there, I need to get there and get this done. So no, then I just dash up there and then pick the lock.
Okay. You're no longer stealthing. Okay, go ahead and do that.
I'm not comfortable with that. I want to make sure I get it, so I'm going to use my D4. So 19.
Okay, you're working that lock. You hear from to the south of you. Oh crap! Blah, blah.
I have no idea what any of that shit means. So
Okay,
Means happy birthday.
that's what it's about to mean.
Christmas for you.
Dude comes trucking right up to you out of the darkness. And a second one.
So that fact that they can't see so well in the day at the dawn or dusk meant shit.
It means you weren't even stealthing, so they were able to spot you.
Yeah, but I couldn't even see them. They're not even in my light range.
All right. Okay, first one hits you with a great axe. You take 10 points of damage.
Oh.
Ouch.
Second one misses you. Okay.
Oh, you damn stealthy people.
Not me.
Yeah.
Wait for my next move. We're going like right about here.
Okay, Tinker, you're up.
Alrighty, I'm going to move down in the direction that I have been told that thing is. So 5, 15, 20, 30. Let's see. I should just double move. I'm not sure where I'm headed because it's outside of my range.
You're
So
going the right direction.
5,
Yeah,
You
keep
understand?
going.
Kind of out in this
15,
range.
Yeah, keep going the way you direction are. You'll make your way
15,
there.
20. That's 20. Hold on, let me move that. 30. Let's go down here. 30. Okay. That's a double move for me, Tony.
Okay. All right. In a second, I'm just kind of finishing some last things here.
What is this thing? Is that a tent or is that one of the cages?
You think it's one of the cages that was described.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's the end of yours. Cormac, you're up. You hear some shouting out in the dark.
So can I stealth 15 and then shoot, or is it 15 and that's it?
If you
Theoretically.
took a shot now, you'd break cover, and then you could move your normal speed, your normal movement.
Okay. Well, I can't see anybody anyway.
Okay.
So I'm just going to keep stealthing then.
Okay. So 15 more feet.
Let's see.
Yep.
Right there.
All right. Rajic.
It's 25.
It sounded like there was. It sounded to you, Rajic, like there was orcish shouting. Yeah, from down in that direction. It sounded. You heard human.
All right. So how tall are these cages?
They're about 10 foot square, 10 feet tall, 10 feet wide.
So they are too tall, and they would have cover. I cannot javelin from here. Correct. I would say.
Hang on a second. Give me a moment here.
Kobold was in the south cage.
You could attack this one. You could hit this one possibly, but it'd be a shot at disadvantage.
And if I decide to just keep running, I could get basically right there. I can't quite get there.
What's your movement? Is it still 30 or are you up to 40?
30.
Okay.
I don't know. As far as I know, it was only 30.
No, but at third level, you get your 40.
As long as you make an attack, I don't think you have to hit him. As long as you make an attack, you can keep raging.
Oh, really? I thought as you had.
Nope.
Only if you attack.
Pop the rage. I think as long as you're attacking, you continue to rage, even if you can't really get a good shot at it. You know. You make it okay. Whatever. All right. You get a cast it. If you haven't attacked, hostile creature. Okay. All right. Yeah. So it still works. As long if you have it's a crap shot, but
crap shot.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're going to do then, so I don't lose it.
Oh.
Thought I want to roll again.
You roll it again. Okay. No
Plus a die 4.
I get that every round.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's not going to make any difference because it's disadvantage.
Yeah, this was just to make sure he didn't roll a critical miss.
Okay.
It hit Iona.
Okay.
But I got their attention, and I scream.
A javelin shoots by your head in the dark. Iona, you at this point, you have no idea who it is. And you're like, oh, dear God, I'm surrounded. All right. Okay, Rose, you're up. You there, Joe?
Yeah, sorry. I guess Yeah, I don't think there's really. I mean, is it really necessary to continue?
It sounds like there's maybe something out in the dark that has happened, but you can't be sure.
I'm going to run up next to Cormac, and
Okay. Well, if you're running, then you're no longer stealthed. Okay.
you can take that thing off. I mean, if I hear fighting going on, I'm probably not going to maintain stealth.
It sounds like there might be some fighting out there. It's tough to know for sure. Yeah. So you've moved. What else do you want to do?
I can't really see anything, so I'm just going to, I guess, follow up behind them. I guess I could do a double move, right?
Yeah, you sure could. Go streaking out past Cormac. You can definitely hear some heavy tread out here in the dark. Are you gonna move?
I'm gonna go to there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can make out Rajic in front of you. He's just launched a javelin. It's something you can't see. Okay, Bjorn is up.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 to there.
Okay.
There's no targets out here. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Double move.
Okay. All right. Rin, you're up.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna move to right there. So I said right there, wasn't it? I think that was it.
Okay. So you do a move or
Regular
a
move. Yep. And I switch bare shoulders and Iona.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, you did get the lock picked, and then you're like, "Oh, I got hit," and then you're gone.
I love this spell.
Yeah, but that's it for my second level spells. I'm done with that. So
That was damn impressive.
It was.
It was.
Yep.
Okay.
I like it.
So now the question is, when they look at him again, are they like, did we just hit a guy or did we hit an orc?
Right.
Is that you, Bob?
Okay, Iona, you're out.
One moment you were getting beat on, the next you're like out in the open.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, there's Rin. So 5, 10, 15. I grabbed the kobold by his shoulder.
Oh yeah, the kobold should be down by me, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And I drag him to this side of the cage.
And so he's with you now. All right, he's right behind you. Yep. You grab Jack Knack by the back of the neck. Okay, and by the way, you're able to see. Hang on a second. Here. That.
I see target-rich environment.
That's right.
Do I ever get...
Unfortunately, okay, so that was a move and a grab, so that's probably your action then.
Yep,
Okay.
I'm done right there.
All right, so these guys, they kind of like jump back for a moment and are like, whoop, but then
I look at him like, what the fuck, man?
they're going to attack though. They're going to do it. First one swings an axe, and he hits for 9 points of damage.
All right, so that would be what?
4.
4? I was going to say, are you halfing already, or are you not halfing them?
Second one hits, and he does 12 points of damage.
Damn.
For 6.
For 6. So you took 6 and 4. You took a total of 10 points of damage.
That'd pretty much do Rin in. Right there.
Didn't feel good. I can't do too many rounds like that. Do I ever get more attacks?
This guy, yes, you do.
Yeah,
This
you
guy
will.
steps up right here, and he looks very, very different from the others. You see he's got a spear and what does he do though?
So you say our speed goes up to 40 at the third level, Sean?
Pretty sure that's what it said for the. I'll read it. Give me just a second.
Okay, thanks. I got a feeling I'm going to be busy taking more damage. Oh, we lost Tony.
Well, I can hear you guys. You hear me?
Oh, yeah,
The
well,
camera's
video.
What happened though? Hang on a second.
I don't know. It looks better now.
Weird. Okay. I got you back. I don't know what happened. It just dropped my video feed entirely. Okay. He attacks you with a spear in one hand and he misses. He has on his head, like painted in white on his kind of grayish green skin, an eye, and it's just kind of like dripping blood a little bit.
Oh, that means he dies first.
And he says, "Kill them!" in Orcish.
I reply back, I will. In Orcish. You first.
Oh no, that's not till 5th level.
All right.
Tinker, one approaches you from up around between these tents up here.
Okay.
One comes up over here. He comes running up, charging headlong at you, and slashes with his axe.
Apparently our distraction isn't going so well.
You miss.
This is why we get paid the big bucks.
You guys are getting paid?
Another one comes up around the side, and he attacks. He misses. They're all shouting, "Alarm! Alarm!"
That's great.
Just like we expected. Great start. Then it's Leroy Jenkins.
And then we got done.
You know, I wonder if that guy could ever walk around and say his name without people going, "Oh, that's you."
This one lobs a javelin at you. You're just weapons are flying at you, Tinker. Misses.
Very good.
Did you take the bear?
Yes.
Okay, so short of psychic damage, you take half.
Yep.
Another javelin goes flying at you. That one hits you, and you take 8 points of damage, Tinker.
Need to find me some magic rings of protection.
10, 15, 20. Another javelin comes at you. Missing. But there are orcs coming out of the woodwork now.
Yeah, we're not making it out of this. Holy crap. I didn't see him.
What distraction?
Oh,
Another great axe swings at you, bare shoulders. He misses.
that firewall would be really good right here.
Yeah. I think just Divya in general would be good here.
An orc runs around the corner here, spots Iona and Jack Knack, and let's see who he decides to take a shot at.
Wait, but as far as he ran, he still got an action left?
It's called aggressive.
Oh, wow.
And he throws a javelin at the he throws a javelin at the kobold. Hang on a second. And he hits. Doesn't quite kill it though.
That's too bad.
And one more.
Oh, that's a lot.
Sweet Christmas.
This is one for the record books.
What? Where we go down burning in flames? There's no getting out of this.
The second kobold ends up getting axed, or the second time that the kobold gets hit with a javelin goes down. All right, Tinker, you're up.
You missed Halloran.
Oh, go past him again? Hang on.
Yep.
Wait, where is he? He's way up there. I thought he moved.
He's down south. No, he hasn't. He hasn't moved this turn.
All right, go ahead.
5, 10, 15, 25. Stands next to me, and we're going to take 2 swings. Let me get him up here. And first, there we are. Long sword.
Miss.
And long sword. That's a hit. A whopper.
Can't he use his D4 on the 7?
It wouldn't be enough.
He won't hit. Yeah.
Okay, he does a whopping 3 points to that guy.
Got it. Okay.
And then my turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to swing at.
Oh yeah, because I was talking about. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
I want to swing at the same guy.
Okay. That's a miss. But you get the die 4.
Yep. So let me do that. Die 4.
That was enough.
13. Woo!
Okay.
And 9. That's better.
Okay. That one, he doesn't quite go down, but he's bloodied as hell. He's looking bad.
Good.
Okay, Cormac, you're up.
All right.
The fighting happening.
I'm going to leave stealth so I can move a full 30, hopefully be in range to shoot somebody.
Yep. Oops, that's not what you want.
Start with, I'm going to go 15 first to see if I can see anything yet. We'll go here. Oops,
Okay. Yeah, you still can't see anything. Lots of fighting straight west and also to the southwest.
Yeah.
But you can move 15 more if you want.
Yep. I'm going to go to right here.
Okay.
Oops.
I'll move you. You're right there.
Okay. And I can see this guy right here.
Yeah, you can also see one up here too, although he's in dim light, but it doesn't matter with you being a sharpshooter.
Okay. Is one of them injured?
Yeah. The one directly to the left of Bjorn.
Let's go with that one.
Okay. Go ahead. That's a hit.
Yes.
You sink an arrow in his eye, and he goes backward. And
that'll work.
Okay. All right, and that's you. Okay, Rajic, you're up. You are surrounded by dudes. What are you going to do?
We're taking out the leader.
The one directly to your left?
Yep.
He looks like a tough SOB.
Hey, I know, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. I'd rather take him out first if I can.
That's a hit. You do the 17.
17.
I concur with you that it's definitely the savage attacker deal is definitely
Sandy.
You tear into him. Blood flies. He staggers backward and roars out in anger and pain at you.
And then I'm ready to die.
Yeah, it's not looking good. You're like surrounded. Okay, Edda, what are you doing?
I run this way and I get right. Actually, I'm gonna go right. I'm gonna go right here.
Okay.
I scream out, "Jaw, plug your ears!"
Wait, if you're going to do Shatter, did you read it? I think it affects everything around you.
Yes.
No, it's within 60 feet. I can cast it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like Thunderwave, is what you're saying.
It's within. It's a 10-foot radius.
Okay, I think, did I? Oh, no, I haven't actually put that one down yet, have I? Give me a second. If you go to, here, hang on a second. I'm going to do this. We're going to use the same thing as Thunderwave. What's the range on it?
10 feet.
10-foot radius? Okay, you can move that. So move it where you want.
I can't move it.
Where do you want it?
Like it's 3. 4.
It's
5.
4 actually.
Yep, I didn't see those.
Yeah, that'll work right there. It's 4
Right where it
feet.
is? Okay, all right, do the damage.
Yeah, DC 13.
Okay. Con save. Okay. All right. That one starts bleeding from the ears. And they don't get pushed or anything like that, do they?
No, they just take half damage if they succeed.
Okay, and it was 12 damage or 6, right?
Yep.
And it's a, I believe, Constitution saving throw.
Yep, I got it. Okay. Bjorn is like, ah! And Jal, you weren't even expecting this, as piercing, like a thunderclap, boom, explodes out in the dark there. Okay, none of them drop, but you got several of them reeling.
That's good.
Okay, Bjorn is up.
Okay, he's going to move here. And we're going to take a couple of swings. Let me bring him up again.
This one here or the other one?
Sorry, let me see. Which one looks bigger?
Oh, this
one in
one's
the back?
bigger. Yeah.
He's the one. We're going to take 2 swings at him.
Okay.
18.
That is just a hit. This guy's got chainmail and a shield and a longsword.
Okay, let's see if we can do it again. 23. Yep, 2 hits. Now let's see if we can do anything on damage. 9, that's good. And the usual 3.
Usual 3. God.
Okay, well, I mean, he definitely plows a couple of shots into him. Okay, let's see. So that's it. Ren, you're up. It seems like your surprise is unfortunately ended.
I'll move to there.
Okay.
And pretty certain I can still see. Yeah, I only need to be able to see a little bit of them, so that's all that matters. I'm gonna sleep. Go to sleep. I sing a lullaby.
Roll it.
Oh, pfft. All right, hold on. I gotta roll it.
Yeah, roll the.
Damn it.
I think you can roll it as an attack and add to it as well for the. Wait. To point you choose. Okay. All right.
Right.
So.
Yep. So it starts with this guy. If he has less than 20 hit points, he goes to sleep. If they have, and then it goes to the next closest guy.
You only put 1 to sleep,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Well, damn.
Take it.
They moved and did that. All right. Okay, Iona. There's one just south of you. But you're looking at this kobold female. You're fairly confident through the wall. And you got the dead jackneck next to you. The orc just south of you clearly sees you, and there's one out in the darkness you think beyond. You can just barely make out in the gloom, charging towards you. And she's like standing at the bar, like, but the entrance is on the other side since you've moved around the edge.
5, 10. So can I get in the door here behind Radchik?
You want to slip into the cage?
Yeah, it's open.
Yeah.
Okay. So I slip in and I grab her.
Okay.
And I go back out.
So you could do 5, 10,
15,
20, 25. You could be out here and she'd be out here with you.
Okay. Well, I do my dash.
All right, you're just running.
Yeah.
You're
And I tell Radchik, run for your life!
You don't have the eggs yet, though.
Huh?
You don't have the eggs yet.
I'm not going to get the eggs. It's not even possible. We're all going to be lucky if we aren't all dead before we get out of here. I mean, this is impossible.
All right, roll the or go ahead and move. You're only going to be able to move half speed with her.
Pick her up.
5, 10, 15.
All right. Okay.
I'm ready.
Good here. Yep. All right. This could be bad for you.
Yep, I'm going to get the calculator out.
First, the big guy. You hear in Orcish, the one just to the left of you say, "Your friends run, but you go nowhere."
Oh, what's that?
Spiritual.
Cormac, you're going to love it when you get volley fire.
Got to live that long first.
Yep.
Not in the cards. Not in the cards, sorry.
Oh yeah, speaking of cards.
Yeah, somebody save me with some cards.
Oh, I got it.
Cards would be good right about now. Yeah.
I have the beating, which apparently you are taking.
Yeah, I will be down to 1 hit point here in a minute.
Hold on.
If spiritual weapon misses, so that one doesn't go. All right, let's look at the other 1, 2, 3 orcs around you. Okay. 1. That's a hit. You take another 12.
So 6.
2. That's a hit. You take another 4.
So 2.
That's minimum damage. And that's a miss.
That's it.
Okay. This guy runs up to you and attacks. You're now closed in combat.
Interesting.
I survived.
That is a miss.
All right, so I got a card for you when it gets your turn there, Don.
A guy comes running and screaming at the top of his lungs out of the darkness right up to you, Cormac.
Oh, motherfucker.
It swings his axe at you and misses.
I'll keep this half dozen busy over here.
I told you to run.
I don't think I can now.
Okay, you kind of see this. A second here.
It could be against.
That's like barbarian rage.
Yeah, I think that's against the code of the barbarian running.
You see this happen, Radchik. A rent just tears down the middle of this this commander's tent. Okay.
Ah, shit.
And a dude comes walking out of it. He's huge. He's bigger than you.
Oh.
He sees that you're handled, And he moves out to about here. And he doesn't even bother to attack the kobold. He's just looking around at this point. And as he looks to the north, by the way, about this point, give me a second. It's about this point, dawn crests over the horizon.
I think this is going really well.
Oh shit, Don.
Yeah.
Not
Don
looking good for
Crest.
the home team.
Dawn crests over the horizon, and Jal, you see this guy to the south of you. He's looking around. He's like, "Take those out." He's speaking mainly in Orcish. He's like, but you hear him. He looks at you, and you recognize him. It's Shargat the Red Bull. He's the enemy commander who you shamed on the lawgiver.
Oh,
And he looks absolutely pissed. And he says, "You." And you see such a terrible look of hatred in his eyes. And his muscles swell, veins bulge on his face, his eyes bulge, and he's just like, "Ah!"
So what's our next campaign going to be?
I don't know about y'all fuckers, but I'm out of here.
Kill their leader and they will break.
Right.
There's no killing that guy. He's the friggin' commander.
Well, at least, come on, we need Conan. Come on, we need a real Conan to show up right at the moment.
All right, Tinker, you're up.
well, I can try and buy us some time. Let's see. If I leave combat there, I have to take. He gets a swing at me, right?
Well, you have an option. You could disengage and then move, but that's pretty much all you're going to get to do.
No, I want to come out of there and continue south.
All right, so you're going to let that guy get a shot at you.
Yep.
Okay? He misses.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, and go for the big guy.
Going down swinging.
I shall do to you as I did to your champion.
As he approaches, he says, "Wagback! Your son's slayer is here!"
That doesn't sound good, does it? Hold 14.
You swing your sword at him, and he just flat palms your hand right where the pommel is. He just flat palms it, stopping your blow.
Wow. Nice trick.
All right, Cormac, you're up.
Wait a minute. You forgot Bjorn again.
How does that keep happening?
I don't know. But he's going to swing twice at that same guy that he was whooping on before.
No, I think he's already gone. He just did some damage to that guy.
Did he? Okay. I stand corrected.
Yeah, it's just that there's between you and him, there was the orcs.
So, if I disengage from this orc, I provoke attack of opportunity, right?
Well, no, not if you use the disengage action. You can disengage and then you could move, and that'd be all you could do.
But then I can't attack, right?
Correct. Now, if you wanted to step back and take shots at him, he'd get a free swing at you as you left that space. But he'll just keep doing that.
So I'm probably, and if can I use the bow at this range? Correct, I can't, right?
If you attack him
Advantage.
with the bow right here, you'll be at disadvantage.
Okay. What exactly does disadvantage mean?
You roll twice and take the lesser of the two rolls.
Okay, I'm going to pull out my short sword and stab him with that, I guess.
Okay. And you miss.
Yeah. Fuck.
Okay. Bjorn yells down at you, Jolly. Says, "We can't take this for long. We got to get out of here." All right. What do you do, Rajiv? Now,
All right.
you're surrounded on all sides, but you've got your back to this cage. You could go up and over it, or you could just try to, shove it or do something with the cage.
He could go here.
Can I go diagonal?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're gonna get attacked.
This isn't a person. It's just a weapon.
Yeah, I suppose you could get out of there. Now, all of those guys are going to get free shots at you, though.
Yep. I could take my shot and then move 30 out.
Hold on.
You're going to do it. Now, you could disengage, and no one gets actions against you. But, of course, if nobody hits you this round, then you'll lose.
Exactly. What flash?
That's 4 shots.
Yeah, so
You get 4 shots with the disengage.
So I can give you my the beating card, and if you use it, your next attack is considered a sneak attack.
Oh,
And
we're gonna.
And you get 2d6 if you hit.
Now, is it really the barbarian way to run from a fight?
When you're dying, it is.
I mean, it's called survival. A barbarian is a survivor. You're not a idiot.
So
So it's up to you if you want to use it.
I could get here, take my 4 licks, get here, and attack him with that.
Oh, God. You may not survive it.
Just run. Disengage and run.
I got 2 more rages. So are we running out of here?
Yeah, we gotta go.
Are you moving 40 or 30?
30.
Well, if I disengage, I could dash, couldn't I?
If you disengage, you can just move.
Well, I go 30?
Yep.
All right, I guess I'll disengage and then I'll go right behind Iona.
Okay. Go ahead. Here, I'll put you there.
I got it.
All right.
As soon as this guy tries to attack me, I'll rage again.
All right. Let's see. That's still going. All right, Edda. You're just surrounded by. In fact, Bjorn. There's only Bjorn between you and a couple of orcs to the north, and there's a couple of orcs over here as well.
Well, I'm not leaving or Tinker, are you going to run?
No.
Then I'm not running.
I'll let you guys get away.
Well, I'm obviously not going to run or leave him behind, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cast Shatter down there where Radjic, literally on the spot Radjic just left.
You can cast the Shatter again?
Yeah, I can do 2 second level spell.
All right, so hang on a second. Let me drag it out here and you tell me where you want it. Hang on here, I'm still looking for it. Spells, tokens.
Okay, that is like really loud.
Music is really loud.
Hang on a second. I'll drop that down. All right, you want it down in here?
Yep, get all 4 of those guys.
Should be 5 total, right?
Well, that one.
Oh,
No, he's asleep.
That guy's asleep.
Kill him too.
Oh, sure, you could.
Yeah, so Constitution saving throws 14 or 7.
Okay, give me a moment. You blast all 5 of them.
Don't leave Jack Knack.
He's dead.
Jack Neck is dead.
Okay. You actually, this one was more powerful than the last one, and you
Nice.
see the cage flies off to the side, and the only one that is still standing from that blast is this one with the white eye painted on his head.
We might survive this now.
No.
Still not looking great. These guys can do some damage. All right, you blast that area. Canvases fly up in the air. The cages kind of roll over. You make a hell of a mess down there. You blow part of the tent back over too. Actually, the commander's tent is pretty much like flopping off to the side. Okay, it's Bjorn's turn. The one to the north of him looks pretty bad, and the other one is not really looking too bad.
Okay. I'm going to use a.
By the way,
divine- go ahead.
I was going to say Bjorn's a battle-hardened veteran. He looks at these odds and he still doesn't feel good about it. I mean, besides the ones you see, there's all the orcs you can't see, and he's thinking this is bad news.
Time to run.
No reason to die here.
True.
He actually yells back down to Tinker. He'll kill you, boy. Don't do it.
All right. Well, let's see.
How do you want Bjorn to handle this?
Crap.
Take your shots and then run.
Okay.
The other thing that you can do, just so you know, you could, if you disengage and then move, these guys move really fast. The other thing that you can do is you can dodge, which gives you basically when attacking you has to do with a disadvantage. And you can move your normal thing. Anyone coming up to you has to attack you with that disadvantage when you're dodging. So that's an option that you can take. I mean, granted, you couldn't move without aggravating two shots, but you could at least for anybody who gets around you, you could avoid the worst of it probably. Where did Etta go?
I don't know. My screen just went black.
I lost Etta completely.
Yeah, she's gone.
Yeah,
Neat hide trick.
Black on my screen now.
She cast red folder, didn't she?
There she is.
All right, there you are. Okay. All right, so what are you going to have Bjorn do? You said something about divine whatever?
I was going to have him use divine smite to kill this guy. I can't even. There it goes.
Okay. Sure.
And then run.
Okay.
Let me pull him up again. So I have to hit first, correct?
You still have to make the attack, yes. And he's got bless.
Okay. Let's do it. 17.
Well, actually, how do I say this? It wouldn't be a hit, but with the bless, you cannot miss. In other words, he's got an 18 armor class. Second one, there's no way you can hit though.
Okay.
But you get your divine smite against him.
Okay. Let's see the base. It's the basic hit plus the divine smite, right?
Yes.
Okay. There's our 3.
I like consistency.
Yep. Damn it. And let's see how many dice here he gets. 2d8 plus a d8 for each spell level higher. So if I do it as a second level spell, then
3d8.
3d8.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And let's see. D8, 2, 3.
He roars out at the blade and says, "In the name of the lawgiver!"
And I woofed it.
That was awful.
Jesus.
These
do. And the guy,
Did he do dice like?
Hold on. I give that second attack. Make it a 19.
Will that also be a smite? Can you smite twice in one round?
No, no,
As long as I use a spell slot.
no, you can't. I don't think you can smite twice in the same round. But I'm saying that second attack would hit.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd take it. Go ahead and do the damage on that one too. So far you've done 10,
7.
7 more. You've done 17 points of damage now. All right, he's bloodied now.
And let's see, Edda is vulnerable. I've got to come back and defend her.
Oh, okay. That's 2 shots. Hang on. Okay, the orc misses with the great axe. And let's see about the blade.
Who's attacking right now?
He misses you too. Okay, so that
Who's attacking right now?
Bjorn moved away from those 2 orcs and they got out from the attack.
Okay.
Moved to defend you.
All right.
Okay. Now it's Rin's turn.
All right, so I can see. So I think these guys got shattered the previous turn, if I'm not mistaken. These 3 guys. So I think they're all injured. Didn't they? I'm pretty certain it was them, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can't catch all 3. Get lucky on a sleep.
Okay.
Let me roll here. Might get lucky. And no. Son of a bitch, that's a shitty ass roll. Damn.
Boy, we've been doing it tonight, haven't we? Golly.
Yeah.
How to win a battle the hard way.
Well, there's 2 down. That's better than
That one does not go down.
Yeah.
You put 2 more to sleep. Okay, do you move? It looks like everybody's trying to beat a retreat of some kind, although it's not looking very organized.
No, it's not. I will. No.
You stay put?
I'll move up to right here.
Okay. You can move half speed through those areas with the spikes.
Gotcha.
All right, Iona. You are engaged in combat with a dude.
I disengage and dash.
Okay, you're still only gonna be at half speed with the. Well, no, you know she's got her footing. She's gonna try to do that. She's gonna do a disengage with you, but you're gonna go 30. You can only make it 45 feet because the rest of it you're dragging her.
I carry her. Hand her off.
I take her with me.
Okay.
You're gonna have your hands full.
Possible.
Okay. And now the orcs go.
Yep.
That misses.
How many hit points does that thing have?
Oh, wait a minute. He took damage. I wonder.
Right.
Oh, no, never mind. It's not a concentration spell.
Doesn't it have hit points?
Yeah, it has hit points.
How many hit? It was in the shatter spell.
Spiritual weapon has hit points?
I'm asking you.
I don't think so. Hang on a second. Melee attack 23. Oh, you can move it to 20 feet. Sorry. Attack again. A creature was on. Let me choose. He couldn't even attack you anyway. If you damage you goes well.
Yeah, you're right. There's no hit points. It's a concentration spell.
We can't get there though, but he gets there, and I think the attack is probably about the same. So you know what? It was the wrong one. I'm gonna let him attack you, but it'll be a disadvantage since I already attacked incorrectly, and that's good because he missed. He's looking pretty bad though, Rajic.
This guy right here.
Yes, he's definitely winded. It looks like his clothing's kind of blasted nearly off of him, just revealing the chain underneath of it. So, okay, now hang on a second. I got some more to go on here.
Freaking 2s. What a horrible roll.
I know it. Golly, we've been sucking tonight.
What's your AC? 14?
14.
He just misses you. Okay. The one on you, Cormac, swings and he hits, and you take 5 points of damage.
Ack.
Okay. This one, bloodied as he may be, he moves over here and he swings at Edda. And he misses. This one comes in and he attacks Bjorn. Oh, God, he crits him for 18 points of damage.
Hey.
Ouch.
Flash.
What?
Change his roll.
Oh, well, yeah. I can change it to a 17.
He's still hit, but he's not critical.
Sure you want me to say that for something else?
It was a thought. It's your
Tony-
choice. I'm just saying.
How fresh.
Is he going to go down?
Tony,
No.
you didn't accidentally skip
It's
me
his
because
first damage.
I'm not on the turn order.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what was your? Yeah, right. Because we
19.
lost you. You were on a 19. Hang on a second. Let me add you back on here. Yes, we did skip you because we lost you on the turn order. But give me a second. I'll add you back on there. Okay. Well, what we'll do is you can. I'll interrupt the orcs from doing their thing, and you can go. In fact, you could have moved before that orc got. Well, no, it's too late for that. Sorry. You can definitely go though.
Okay. All right, I'm going to. Oh shit. I'm gonna move to here.
And by the way, I apologize. Did you decide to use it or not use it with Bjorn?
Oh,
What's that?
Sure. Let's stay away from that critical.
Okay.
I'm going to give Tinker one of my bardic inspirations
This guy
as a
actually,
bonus action.
just so you know, you aggroed one opportunity attack here. Hang on.
Oh, I did. Shit.
It's okay. He missed you. Okay. And what did you want to do?
Oh,
Say-
I should miss. Yeah, thunder wave on those two guys, and I should miss Bjorn Halloran.
You want to move around to like right here?
Oh, that's actually the most pitiful fucking thing I've ever seen. Cool. God damn, roll 20.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, hang on.
You guys are making me feel better.
Yeah, you've been hanging around Tinker too long.
I know it.
Those
2
three.
and 1.
This one, how far does it throw them? 10 feet?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that one flies 10 feet and does not get up.
Wow.
That's a positive.
Even with three. The other guy, let's see. If he saves, he takes no damage.
If he saves, he takes half damage, and then he also doesn't get moved.
Okay, you hit him too. It wasn't a ton of damage, but he breaks the adjacency to Bjorn and is now over there. Okay.
You still got move left.
Yeah, move, Etta.
Move it, baby.
Break and run.
When's Cormac's turn? He's
All
killing
right,
him.
if you got move left, you might want to take it.
And then Tinker, make sure you realize, I'm going to.
Oh, Bjorn gets hit again for 9 more points of damage. I'm taking the damage off for you, so he takes another 9.
Okay.
Oh, from
another orc. Another orc closes in on Bjorn. Oh my God, he gets hit again for 13 more points of damage.
Shit.
Yeah, Bjorn's died.
These things.
Another one closes in on Bjorn. Misses. Another one closes in on him.
See ya.
Bjorn staggers to one knee as this guy chops down on him with basically like a large kind of claw extension strapped to his arm. You see Tinker. You see Sharbat looks beyond you to the orcs to the north, and he says, "No, the lions are mine." Let's see. He's done. He's done. This
Okay,
one comes.
You're done. Next.
Is right there. Okay, Tinker, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark, and I'm going to put it on this one because he's in bad shape, and I want to get Bare Shoulders out of there. Get back here. Okay, and I'm going to swing at him and die 4.
Oh, that's you're gonna need that die for.
Make sure that's good. 14.
Okay, he was focusing on Bare Shoulders, and you catch him off guard and drive a sword into him. Roll damage.
Okay. 5 and a die 6.
It's only for an attack roll, I believe.
It's 10. What? Yeah, I'm attacking him.
Oh, that's
He's
from
got
Hunter's
Hunter-
Mark.
He's got
Sorry.
Hunter's
Hunter's
Mark
Mark.
on him.
Oh, he goes down.
Thank God. Now I can move. I'm going to try and get away from that bastard. He's going to get a swing at me as I go.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10. Damn, I got a pound. 15. I'll come in there to assist Halloran.
Well, hang on a second. We'll see if you do.
Yeah, I hope so.
He swings his massive great axe at you, but with the flat of his blade.
Oh, he wants me.
Oh my God!
It doesn't sound good, Tony.
15 points of damage. Boom.
I use my cutting action or my cutting words, and I'm going to decrease that by 6. I say, Jagrat, or whatever his name, Shark Hat.
Is that a reaction?
Yes, it is.
It's Shark Hat.
I call him the Red Sow.
So instead of 15, it's 7?
It would be 11.
11. You take 11 points of damage, and that's
Okay.
that's pretty good, Joe. I'm gonna actually give you another draw from the deck. All right. The Red Sow. That enrages him. Oh! He screams as you try to escape. He's like, "You will not run from me!" And at this point, he's speaking in common now. All right, so you move up there. You see Bjorn is staggered. He's down to one knee. He's breathing hard. Okay. Cormac, you're up.
I'm going to try attacking that guy again.
Okay.
I'm not going to disengage quite yet. Fuck.
Now run.
Oh God.
The fuck is that?
Yep. Time to run. Time
They
to
have
go.
a cave troll.
Dude.
Time to go. And we're running.
Holy sh! Yeah, everybody disengage and just run.
Yeah, I'm going to start running now, even if provoke attack of opportunity.
Oh, that one's related to Wagruk. I betcha.
And we're running.
Running. Okay, so Cormac, you attack, you missed. What do you want to do? You're going to move?
Engage and run. Well, just run.
Okay, you move 30 feet. He takes a swipe at you. He hits you again.
Fuck.
He does for 13 more points of damage.
Oh, Jesus. I'm hurting.
Run faster.
He screams, "Raw!" You know these guys can just move too. So, yeah. All right, Rajik.
All right. He can take his free swing at me.
Oh, you're going to run from the one orc? Okay.
Yeah, yep. What was it?
He hits you.
Whoops.
Good news is that you still get to rage. You take 4 points, halved, of course, down to 2.
What is it? Shift or space bar when you click on yourself?
You just spacebar.
That doesn't. Oh, that's why.
You got to be on the pointer. You're gonna move past this guy. We'll get a swing at you too if you do.
Well, I'm trying to get the damn thing to.
You may do it for me. I assume you're trying to avoid him.
Yeah, I am. I'm going this way, and I'm doing a full dash 60.
All right, so you kind of come here.
And I took 4 more.
You're all the way out there. Right? Cormac, he just blows past you. Okay. You feel Halloran's blessing starting to fail. It's not looking good. All right, Edda, what do you do?
Run.
I'm going to
run.
Double move.
The hall is over here.
I get up to there, and would I have like a horn or anything like that? I can't remember if I...
Can you what?
A horn?
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Oh, I do have a war horn. Okay. Facing that direction, I want to blow my horn as hard as I can, and scream, "Second platoon, march!" And I don't know, would that be like a persuasion check or like an intimidation check, anything like that?
Deception.
Deception.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. All right. You wind your war horn and scream out. What's that? What's the card that got dropped?
No idea.
The courtesan. Who dropped that? Was that Joe?
Yeah, I dropped that.
Oh, was that for
I
advantage?
automatically succeed any charisma check that I'm trying to do.
Oh, all right. Gotcha.
So, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to convince them that on the other side of this hill is is a platoon of men.
Okay.
Oh, you're trying to convince them they're being attacked by a larger force.
Right.
Not just us.
Correct.
Okay. All right. You succeed. Okay. All right. Let's move on to Bjorn. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to take control of him.
Go for it.
Jal, Bjorn looks over at you, and you see he actually drops the sword out of his hands. Power wells up in his hands, and he shoves you as hard as he can, and gives you back 25 hit points up to your max.
Wow.
And he's like, "Run, boy! That's an order."
I got tears in my eyes right now.
Does he actually push him out of the space?
Yeah, I'll say he pushes you 5 feet, which allows you to only be aggroed by possibly one at this point.
And he gave me 25 points.
Up to 25. Whatever. Is that your max?
That'll be my max. And get it open there.
Okay. Rin, you're up.
Take myself off mute here. Okay, it is time to flee. So, however, my first order of business, I got more sleeps ready, so I'm gonna shoot for this guy right here.
Okay. Roll it.
Let's see what awesome roll I can get. Oh my god.
Wow.
Now finally an awesome roll.
Wow.
Is that for sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With an awesome roll. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
You knocked 2 orcs out.
Hey, that's awesome. And then I am going to move 20 to here.
Okay. All right. Iona.
All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 in there. I got to spend double. So that's 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60.
You can go
So
6
there.
kobold.
Drag the kobold right there.
Okay. Okay. Shargat moves to right there. And he roars out a terrifyingly loud battle cry. Everyone that's still coming, they all like raise their axes and charge at top speed head of this direction in answer to his summons. And he swings once at Bjorn with the flat of his axe, hitting him and knocking him straight out. And then he turns to you, Tinker, and he says, "Do for the price of 1." He swings.
I used my cutting words again against him before
That's
he.
a good idea because he's about to take 19 points of damage.
This is for the hit. I don't even want him to get hit.
Okay.
God.
Not enough. You take 19 points, Tinker.
Okay.
Damn.
You just.
Oops.
Oh. They went like over 3/4 of your health.
Jesus. It's
Yeah,
terrible.
no kidding.
Okay. Give me a second. I got the others coming in.
Can we
He's still chasing you.
Can we blow all of our cards to invoke Divya? Can we all agree to that? I mean, I'm just saying, she could mop up all by herself here.
All right. Let's see. He swings his great axe at you, Cormac, and he just misses.
Yay.
Okay. Let's see. This guy here.
So none of them are falling for the main attack.
Well, it seems like most of these guys are all kind of forming up around Shargat, except for that one that charged forward. Let's see, he's going to come up right about there. All except this guy, who blasts straight through the tent. And actually knocks these two orcs down as it roars through.
Tinker, you need to disengage and run your ass off, dude.
Kind of trampled on him too. Okay, so there we go. Boosh! Just bowls aside two orcs. It's just massive ogre with a big ass club, and Shargat. After he hits you, backhands you with the axe, and you kind of stagger back, Tinker. You see this ogre come charging in, and Shargat says, "That one!" in Orcish. What do you want to do?
Feet, don't fail me now.
Yeah.
You gonna let him take another shot at you?
I don't have a choice.
Disengage.
Okay.
You can disengage.
I'm disengaging.
If
Okay,
he disengages, he only goes 30. If he takes the shot at getting hit,
I can go 60.
he can go 60. But if he only goes 30, they're going to be on top of him again.
But
You
if he
also
gets
have
hit, he's
the
going to go
biggest-
down possible.
That's the point.
the biggest, baddest guy. I'm gonna just tell you. If I'm probably telling you too much, but if he hits you, I don't even think you could take it.
Probably not. Probably not.
No, you can disengage and move.
It's true.
Yeah, you can still move your 60.
No, that's a dash action. I thought, or is disengage something?
Disengage would be an action, and then you could move 30.
Oh, I see.
I can
That would-
disengage and dash because I'm a rogue.
I gotcha. Yep.
I would get out to about here. Yep, that's exactly where I would be.
You could get to right about. You see where my arrow is pointing, and you could avoid that other orc.
Okay. I will do it.
You see as you kind of work your way out of there and dodge backward and then start a strategic retreat. You see Shargat. He just puffs his chest out, kind of beats it with the axe, kind of across it. He goes, "Coward." Okay, Cormac, you're up.
I'm going to disengage and try to run.
Okay.
Right
Oh,
there.
by the way, since he's down, you guys lose the effect of the bless.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay, bare shoulders. You see Tinker coming. He is looking really beat up.
Can I? Yeah. Keep moving, I guess.
Okay.
Smart move.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 45, 50. I can get right about in there.
Okay. That's all gone now. All right, Edda, you're up.
So nobody bought the war horn.
Well, what you see beyond the picket lines down there is that the orcs have kind of formed up in a ragged line, but they're kind of standing around the body of Bjorn Halloran that they appear to be kind of hovering over as a trophy of sorts.
Okay.
The only thing that seems to be out there. So you see this one here is charging forward, okay? And then you can barely make out the massive form of this ogre over here that seems to not care at all.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a vicious mockery at. You know what? No, I'm just going to shoot my short bow at.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Oh,
Is that auto kill?
Wow.
that's auto kill.
Let's see what you do. Maybe.
24-24.
Well,
Double crit.
that's terrible.
Oh.
Damn.
Roll the damage. That's terrible. I don't like that.
Wow.
7 come 11.
You know what? With
7
double
the hard
crits,
way.
with double crits, I'm just going to go for max damage, which would be what? 20? No. 12. 14. Okay. You drop him.
And
That's
I,
first.
yeah. So I'm just gonna retreat as.
Yeah, you can move 30. Okay. Lauren is unconscious. He's down. Okay, Ren, you're up.
Alrighty. Well, I've got one last sleep left, so I'm gonna use it on these assholes. Although looks like
There's a line of them around this guy who you want targeted.
yeah, I'll just shoot for. Yeah, that's a perfect spot actually, right there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll how much?
Not as good
Yeah.
as last turn, but still pretty good.
Fortunately, you only catch one. Well, hold on. Is there anyone else that's wounded?
Yeah,
He's
it takes the most wounded first, actually.
Yeah. No, they're knocked down. They're just knocked down. No, nobody else is really wounded over there.
All right.
So, nope.
Well, he's out for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm moving, by the way. Yeah.
Go ahead.
15, 20, I moved to there.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Iona,
Okay, I'll move.
you drag her down the hole.
No. I move to here and I throw her to Rin, tell her to take her, and I'll shoot this guy.
Give me a second here. Let me see if you've got a decent line of sight.
I'm up on the higher ground.
Well, you'd be obstructed. You could attack. It'll be at disadvantage.
Okay, can I see the main guy?
No.
Okay, so I hold my action then. I hold my shot.
Okay. All right.
I hold my shot in case I get a better shot. Basically, I'm trying to cover.
Tinker's Retreat and Cormac's.
Yeah, Tinker's Retreat.
Okay.
Cormac, I think it's fairly much out of it, but Tinker's still in hot water.
Yeah, you got that right.
This thing is just crazy fast. Well, it's just big, even though it's lumbering, and it gets right up to you.
I take my shot.
All right.
If he's engaged, then he's engaged.
From there, it's a straight shot for you. Unfortunately, you're not hidden, so you don't get the.
He's engaged.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's enough.
11.
You are third level, right?
Yeah.
You haven't adjusted your sneak. You get another dice 6.
Oh, well, okay. I'll throw that on. Hey, look at that!
Yay!
Jumping in there with Palmer.
Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Misery loves company.
Okay, this could be bad. He swings a great club at you.
Oh,
In ragged, orcish. Me avenge Wagrock. And he misses.
Woo!
Oh, I guess I was also rolling visibly. That's interesting.
Yeah. That would have hurt.
Yep.
Yeah, he was 2 away from max damaging that.
Yes, he was.
Damn.
I would have been a greasy spot.
That would have been a terrible greasy spot. I'd have been, somebody'd have to come pick you up. But you're gonna have
Sprayed me off the rock in front of me.
you're gonna be dealing with this another couple rounds, unfortunately, because to move, well, I guess.
Nope. I got an idea. I'll help you.
All right, Tinker, you're up.
Well,
Move, he'll take another shot at you.
I got you. I got you back. You move. You just disengage. I'll get you next.
okay. So if I disengage,
Then you move 30.
5, 10, 15.
Actually, I need to make sure on the range on my spell. I better look it up.
He's coming right at you.
Okay. All right, Cormac. What do you want to do?
I'm going to take a shot at the big thing and then retreat some more.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a massive ogre bearing down on you guys. They have a cave troll.
Yeah, no shit.
That's enough. He's basically the side of a barn. You sink an arrow into him. He is not humanoid, unfortunately. He's actually giantish, so you don't get the extra bonus.
Shit.
He seems to not even notice that an arrow is now sprouted from his arm. Do you move?
It's right there.
Yeah, you better move.
Okay. Well, what that really means, though, is that you kind of slide down the slope, and now you're down in the hole.
Okay.
You're out of this. Okay. So yeah, you didn't even know that was gonna be right there. You go running, you floop, straight into the hole. Okay. And we're up to bare shoulders.
I am just going to stand by the hole and help if anybody gets close.
Okay. So you're readying an action.
Yep.
I take it you plan to be the last one in the hole. Is that the deal?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay. Edda, you're up. The ground is shaking as you can see over the rise or past the rise, the head of this big ass ogre. It definitely dwarfs Wagruk significantly.
I look at Wagmek and I scream, Wagmek, your son was weak.
Okay, do you vicious mockery?
For a point of damage.
God, we are so consistent tonight. It sucks.
Well, it's still gonna make a save. Wisdom save, right? Okay. Disadvantage of the next attack roll. Okay. Oh yeah, he fails miserably. How do you roll a 0? Wow.
Man.
Because you're negative.
Okay.
So he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Yep.
Oh, thank God.
Yep.
He flinches as if he'd been slapped. He screams in rage. All right, Rin, you're up.
Alrighty, so here's a great use of a cantrip. So unfortunately, though, I have to move.
Have you used your bardic inspiration yet, Tinker?
No.
I didn't have any.
He gave it to you.
I gave you a bardic inspiration.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Keep that in mind. You can add a 1d6 to a d20 roll.
Okay. For a save, you mean?
For
Save
anything.
or
Save, attack roll.
skill check. So
Cool. Thank you.
what are you doing, Rin?
All right, so I tell Miss Kobold, I point to the hole. I'm like, get in the hole. I say in Draconic, obviously.
Okay, she
Yeah.
jumps in.
Quack, quack. Wait, what? She's a duck in disguise. All right. So,
Affleck.
yeah, great.
Affleck.
I'm hoping this.
Sound like the Martians. Ack, 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 ack.
Oh, Joe, you didn't move, by the way.
Good
you?
point.
You might want to.
You want to get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Run.
All right, so there's a rock right here, right?
Yeah.
I use a cantrip to create another rock right here. It's a 5-foot rock.
What is the cantrip?
It is called. Hold on. It's
Save Tinker's ass.
No, minor illusion.
Oh, so it's not a real rock.
Right. It's not real. But as far as he knows, it's real. Basically the whole thought is that he'll have to go around or over or difficult terrain or
Probably kick it out of the way.
In hopes to
Just slow him down.
Yeah, I just want to slow him down. Obviously, that's the whole thought. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
All right.
real. It's totally.
It's a good point. Okay. All right. Now it's happening while he's looking at it, so I think he's going to get a wisdom save. Not that you care too much about his wisdom save.
Right.
Okay. You jump over empty air, and the cat looks at it and goes, "Whoop," and then he jumps over. Have you seen the video? Right?
Yeah.
All right, and then do you move?
Yes. Bye-bye.
Run.
All right, and then Rin is gone.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
Yes.
All right, Iona.
I'm gonna hold my action.
You're gonna ready it for a shot.
I'm gonna ready it for a shot.
Basically, I know what you want. You want to wait if he gets within physical distance. If he gets in range of Jaw, you want to take the shot.
Yep.
Okay. All right. That's 5, 10. That's actually 15. 20. Oh, wait. Damn it. Okay, he gets to right there. Woo! Can't get him. So he throws a javelin at him.
Oh. Damn.
That could be enough.
You see it's about to happen.
I'll take the shot.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Oh, that's true.
I know. I know. Okay. All right. So yeah, you take the shot at Wagmack. It's gonna be a standard shot, unfortunately.
Yep, it will be, but at least I'm gonna take the shot I'm waiting on.
Okay.
Dear Lord.
Nope.
We are
Hey, that's short
consistent.
sword.
Fuck.
Thank you, roll 20.
It's the same roll. It's the same.
Damn. All right. Okay. You missed.
Garbage.
Both my weapons do the same thing, so it's yeah.
Wagmack would have hit you, but with disadvantage, he missed.
Yeah.
Which is good because he would have done 14 points of damage.
Which
Yeah.
would have
Now
been
you
hit
can-
for Tinker.
Now you can double move.
Yeah.
All right, Tinker, you
Hulk,
go.
go.
Let's see. How about here? Yeah. Whoop,
You can get
down the hole. Feet don't fail me now. Let's slide it through the hole.
in there.
Get in there.
I'm
Okay.
turning gopher.
Bare shoulders. Get in there.
Hey, do we
All
have
right.
any more? Do we have any more alchemist fire? And Iona,
No.
were you gonna move
No, we used
after
the last
you
one.
took your? Oh wait, you were holding it. Never mind.
By the way, Cormac, you were the first one in the hole, right?
Yes.
Okay. When you come in, you see the there's a couple of kobolds in a space maybe 10 foot down. Okay.
Mhm.
Kind of in a 45-degree shaft, and they're kind of like pressed to the sides with just enough space for a medium-sized creature to get through, and they're like they're kind of like telling you to come on through. That's kind of what you
I
think.
go that way.
All right, and everybody just continues to follow Cormac down the hole. Okay, all right, Rose, you're up.
Mock
Can
him
I
one
see,
more
I
time.
can see Wagmack because he's huge, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Your mother was a hamster.
I'm gonna take one shot with the short bow, and then I'm going in the hole.
Okay, go ahead. He's so big, there's no disadvantage of any kind. He's just too big.
Yep. I think you roll 20, and then I go in the hole.
All right. Down there you go. And you, hang on a second. You take another shot before you go in?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You hit him for sure. He looks pissed. He definitely changes course and is coming your way.
And I drop in.
Yeah, we lost the paladin. Ah, well.
We didn't start the adventure with the paladin, but
Would have liked to have finished with him.
I know. They didn't say I had to bring him back. They just wanted me to find him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're significantly past time. We're going to go ahead and stop here. You guys beat a hasty retreat. You didn't get the eggs taken out, but you did get the queen.
And we didn't die.
And you didn't die. You weren't able to accomplish the assassination mission per se, but you did get her out of there.
Well, it is accomplished.
Right. But
We got 3 eggs.
Jacket or whatever is dead.
Well, sure. Okay. All right.
Were you supposed to kill him?
All right, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was supposed to kill him and leave him in place of the queen and smash the eggs we had so that it didn't look like we stole her. so it looked like she was dead and the eggs were dead, so they had no leverage.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't do a very good job stealthy.
So that went to fucking hell in it. Well, Jesus Christ, we're second, third level characters assaulting a fucking gigantic, massive
Orc camp.
I mean, come on. That wasn't going to go well to start with. That was a death sentence.
I will say this: if you had taken the time to stealth, the orcs south of you were headed west. Then it just kept right on trucking.
You told me that they had a bad vision, so I assume by what you tell me, their vision is the same as the shit-ass vision I have.
You still want to stealth so nobody hears you.
Why are they going to run at somebody in their own camp when there's not even combat or anything going on? They wouldn't have had any care in the world if somebody with
whacking
footsteps.
people with his axe.
What's that?
Donnie strolled right in there, started whacking people with his axe. Of course.
Well, there was that too. Yeah.
They should have paid no attention to footprints running through the camp. I mean, that was, unless they could see me, but they shouldn't have been able to see me because that's their worst vision time.
Well, say lovey.
Yeah. What it was we were about to get our ass kicked 6 ways from Sunday. It didn't matter what we did. It was going bad.
Well, there's no doubt that it would have gone bad at some point. You know,
Right. It was just a matter of who you were sacrificing. That's all it was.
It just went bad sooner than I would have thought. So that's all. All right, guys. Hope you had fun. We'll play again Tuesday.
Later.
Later.
Take care.